Hey everyone.
Hello.
Before we start the show, we'd like to talk to you about something very special to our hearts.
Yes, the wonderful and incredible magical lifestyle of Patreon.
If you're not part of Patreon already or part of Hot Dog Club as we know it, it's time for you to join.
So many wonderful benefits await you behind the paywall of the Patreon.
That's right, the paywall of the gods, as it were. For $5 a month, you get a bonus episode every week. For $7 a month, you get a bonus episode every week and a listener questions episode every week. And then for the $10 package, what do they get, Katya?
You get a slip and slide hot dog extravaganza getaway sweepstakes bonanza.
Exactly, and part of that is being enrolled in Katya and Craig's Movie Club.
Hey!
So for Movie Club, we break down and analyze a film that we've watched and enjoyed, and we've also provided for you to watch and enjoy, or at least told you where to get it.
Yep.
And recent entries include Body Double, Hairspray,
Fruit Barn.
That's right. Bobby and the Beefy Boys.
Yeah.
And then the Beefy Boys and Bobby,
yeah,
which is the
Wagon
sequel.
Wheel Watusi.
Mm-hmm.
Lots of great films. We also take your comments and questions.
That's right.
And discuss them on the air. On the air.
On the air.
On the air.
Live for you to listen to.
On the air.
So check it out now, patreon.com/Katya and Craig. And now that we've done some business, what are we going to do?
We're going to unwrap some VHS tapes and take a dump on them.
That's right. So join us, won't you?
Mm-hmm.
And now for the show.
A Russian ballerina, stomping on a bureaucrat, a perky suburban housewife who just got into scat. It's whimsically volatile.
Hold on 1 second.
He needs to be very hydrated for the, yeah. This takes him about 20 minutes, so just don't mind him. Yeah. Okay.
I'm ready for my nap now.
Okay.
Can you turn my mic down a little bit, I think?
How about just the head? Do you mean the headphones?
Yeah, that's sorry.
No, it's okay. So how was that? Is that
yeah,
good?
that's good.
Is that good? And how are your headphones? So don't want to deafen
great.
you.
Yes, no.
Okay, you sure?
I think so.
Okay, and at any time, if it's too loud, just let me know.
Do you know that the human ear is not capable of sensing when danger is imminent? I'm just kidding. I don't know.
That actually kind of makes sense because we've all been at like concerts or whatever that then after your ears are just completely jacked up.
It's like a sunburn.
Yeah, no, it is like a sunburn.
Sometimes you don't really know how bad it's gotten until later.
That's the tagline for our film Sunburn, by the way.
Sunburn.
You don't really know how bad it's gotten till later.
Hours later.
Hours.
It happens.
Oop, hold on a second. It's still playing Roxy music off my phone. I think I've listened to Roxy Music's Avalon a frightening number of times in the last week, but that's all right. I feel like I can share this with you.
That's the way that I do music too. I'll listen to one song again and again.
Do you get sick of one and then you never again, or is it just gonna
No,
take
I
a
never
break?
get sick of it. It's like training my brain that's my new favorite song.
Yeah. This will bring me joy. This will bring me joy. Please welcome to the stage. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure, privilege, and honor to announce that the complex multi-talents of a very formidable and indomitable, unstoppable woman of incredible strength, courage, dignity, and respect from all of her peers in the industry is setting foot and will regale you in tales of terror and triumph from the human body in its pursuit of sexuality and satisfaction. She is Mona Wells.
Welcome.
Oh my goodness, I want to hear that every single day when I wake up.
I actually only want to do that as a job.
I think you could get a job doing that.
I think so too. And also, we could perhaps make a side podcast where that's just it.
Yeah, just intros.
Yeah, you like a short show. He likes a short taping, loves a short show, doesn't want to wait around.
But the thing is with that, like, it's because sometimes if you love something, you like something, you can hear a spoiler or a highlight or whatever. With the short show, you got to listen to it. 15 seconds and you're done.
Yeah, exactly.
You just got to listen to it. Well, hello and
hello.
welcome.
Yes, hello.
Hi, thank you.
Lovely to have you here.
I would like to point out to the listeners that Miss Wales, is that Wales?
It is,
like
yes.
a Princess of Wales, okay. That she is a very fine and beautiful woman who is wearing a scent that I guessed correctly right off the bat.
You did, yes.
Le Labo.
Yeah, I was very impressed with that.
Sont-elles petites? very expensive. Yeah, but it's unisexy.
It is. All of their scents are unisex.
Would you call it spicy?
I would call it spicy.
Too.
I would say it's like a green, like pepper.
There's an earthy sharpness.
It is. It's Justin Bieber.
Is that how you learned about it?
Yeah.
Oh, really? Okay.
See, I didn't know that.
Well, Brian, you get a lot of your news from Justin Bieber, right?
Yeah.
I get it from Justin Bieber.
Oh, God, I'm sorry. You're right. Yeah, you told me that on the phone, and I guess I just
they're
sort of
like
assumed.
totally different people. Yeah. They look exactly the same, but he wears that famously.
He does, and so does his father. Ugh. And he's got daddy issues, so.
I wonder if he's fucked his dad.
Well, there's this amazing website called Justin Bieber Daddy Issues.
Oh,
it's nothing but like sexy pictures of them together, like getting matching tattoos and him sitting on his daddy's lap. It's incredible.
Well, it's from Canada.
Well, known land of questionable relationships. Is that what we're trying to say?
I have a funny story about Justin Bieber.
Okay.
It's not
I'd love to hear it.
Okay. So I was at a hotel and there was a girl trying to fuck him. She had fucked him. So she was, and he was at the hotel that I was at, up on the penthouse or whatever. And she, long story short, she came to my room, used my phone, my hotel like room phone,
because you were trying to fuck her, right?
I was trying to fuck Justin Bieber.
Oh, sure.
And so it was the whole mix up. But she used my phone, and then I heard his voice, and I was like, "That's Justin Bieber." And she said that he was so good in bed.
Wow.
Yeah.
Really?
But I mean, I can't trust her because it's Justin Bieber.
And also, she could just be an obsessed fan, right? Who's like, he could have just laid hands on her.
Of course.
And she's like, oh my God, this is the greatest thing ever.
Yeah, I came 3 times. Yeah. I never even took off my sweater.
What's the likelihood, right, that a lot of celebrities are good in bed? Because some of them are so narcissistic, right? Not all of them, but like really, are they about making sure the other person is having a good time, do you think?
I think they're probably 90% of the time laying there naked, posing for an oil painting, and you're just kind of rubbing up on them.
Sure. You're just making sure you're fluffing them essentially.
Yeah. I mean, I've fucked a million famous people, and they were all good.
Well, they have different dick pics. Have you seen famous people's dick pics? I mean, you're like semi-famous now, or
but I don't have any dick pics out in there.
No, but they like take different. They get professional crews.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
I've seen them.
Okay,
they do it.
You've seen them in action.
That is, to me, so dumb.
So dumb.
Because the whole point of being a celebrity is that it doesn't matter what your dick is like.
Right.
Because Brad Pitt don't have a big old piece. No. And that's okay.
Yeah.
Because he's Brad Pitt.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So Justin Bieber.
Okay. Oh yeah. Yes. So I didn't meet him. She didn't fuck him. But I let her stay in my hotel room and I checked out early.
So he fucked her and then just kicked her out into the hall?
No. So they had fucked. They had had relations one night or whatever.
Sexuals, as we like to say on the show. For those who are not sure what we're talking about.
Yeah. He stuck his dingling inside her willy wanger, and she, was attached, and I think he was trying to like push her away and not be, not looking for anything. I think it probably had something to do with his like multi-million-dollar mega wattage music career. I could be wrong.
Maybe.
And she was like a nobody, but yeah, he was very soft and low on the phone. And
like in a sexy way, or just kind of like I can't be
a tired way.
Oh yeah, you're kind of like who's this?
Veronica, Becky. Okay. Yeah. You want any money?
Which is actually what you sound like off mic. Now, a lot of people don't know that. Mona, you can attest to this.
Absolutely, yeah. Whole different person.
So that's just me. It's not a very good story. But he wears Le Labo. That doesn't surprise me. Do you think it's too expensive? I think Le Labo is too expensive.
I don't buy the big bottles. I just get the little sample $15 ones.
Oh, that's smart.
Where do you buy your perfume?
At Le Labo.
Oh, I didn't know it was a shop.
They got a whole shop.
Okay.
Oh, they got a whole setup.
This is some ridiculous bougie nonsense.
Oh yeah.
The little bottle like this is like $300.
Oh right, yeah.
Yeah, it's very expensive.
Yeah, but I just
very
get the
expensive.
little things. Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Now, do you have other favorite scents, or is this the main one?
I do this. I do Jasmine 17 and Rose 31.
So there's also Le Labo.
All Le Labo.
Oh, interesting. Okay, I've never. I don't like the florals, so I don't get into that.
I think they do a miraculous floral.
Yeah, they're really good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it does smell lovely. So,
thank
also
you.
you mixed it with your own personal scent.
I've
Yes.
been really sweaty lately. I don't know what happened.
But you have to find a scent that mixes well with stank.
Yeah, that has to activate, basically.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
My mother says that maybe I'm starting to go through menopause, and that's why I'm so sweaty.
Get an
all
early
the time.
start. Yeah.
It's nice to have cheerful, supportive
Yeah.
words like that. And because you're so ancient at 33.
Yeah.
Well, I'm 32.
Oh, God. Okay.
Jesus
you.
Christ.
That's great.
you.
Great.
Oh my
But
God.
Now
no,
we're going to have a
I'm
feud
Just
now.
having a full-blown panic attack right now.
Yeah, I'm the Maggie Smith of pornography. No, that's what they actually call me in the comment
serious?
section. Yeah, the Maggie
Oh,
Smith.
wow.
But for current company, I'm the
What about Miss-
Tempest du jour of
Oh my God, the
pornography.
Tempest du jour. How about Miss Dame Judy Clench?
Oh, I love that.
That'd be good.
That is good. And that's not taken right now. So
No,
No.
that'd be a good one. So you've just alluded to your very mysterious and forbidden, controversial, titillating career. And you're a stenographer, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's wild though. Yeah. It's really taken off. I've noticed that the website's devoted to the stenography thing, and the
it's
devotion
bringing
to
it back.
Yeah, it really is.
In
yeah.
court sketching too.
And what I find interesting is a lot of them the fans are really into the old school thing with it's the typewriter. It's not the computer.
Oh yeah, I never switched.
Oh,
Yeah.
you never did. Oh, okay.
I just carry
purist
it
through and
around
through.
on a little
Oh,
file.
okay. Yeah. And so do you have multiple? What do they call it? Just the stenography machine or whatever?
Yeah, a stenograph.
Stenograph. Look, again, I'm just sort of new to this whole thing, so I don't know all the terms and tricks and stuff. Oh, one thing with your mic, actually, if you just hold it more
okay.
talk more to the top and not the side. That's all.
Like this. Or, yeah.
Okay.
That was stupid. So
And I don't mean to make you self-conscious about it. So however you're comfortable.
thank you.
Okay.
Yeah.
I actually prefer if she was more self-conscious about it.
Okay, listen, we're working on this together. So just if you want to do the good cop, bad cop thing, that's fine. But I just cool it. Okay.
How about you be the good cop and the bad cop, and I'll be the shitty assistant.
I hate cops, so let's
I can't stand them either. How many bad experiences have you had with cops? Just like a ballpark figure.
It's not me that they're going after.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I didn't know because, personal experiences, I've never had a good one. And plus, everything you read about has been horrible.
Mm-hmm.
So overall, not great. Only one time did a cop ever come to my aid. It was when my friend and I were stuck without gas. We ran out of gas in rural Mississippi during our drive from Kentucky to New Orleans. And it was about almost midnight. The pickup truck that he had just purchased had an Obama sticker on the car. We were not feeling terrifically secure there. When you hear this, it's not a good feeling. You boys ever been in trouble for anything? Immediately, nearly shit myself. Yeah.
Literally, figuratively?
Yeah.
Oh
The
my
answer's
God.
always no, by the way. If you ever hear it in that accent, no.
No, sir, not trouble at all.
No. Do you have any syringes or anything sharp in your pockets? That's the next line.
Oh my God. Yeah.
But he got us gas, and so we...
That's great.
Yeah.
Did he come back with a tank, with a bucket? Or?
No, he patted my friend down, put him in the car, and then took him to the gas station. Yeah, and then came back. And meanwhile, we had no cell service the entire time as well. So that was a lot of fun.
spicy.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I love that. I have 3 very ignorant questions for you right off the bat.
Okay, I'm ready.
What you do a type of adult modeling that is like a kinky side.
Yeah, I mean, I do. Yeah, S&M pornography, regular pornography.
Brian, I'm sorry. I thought did you get my email? I thought you got my email.
I thought this was something.
He's been reshaping his life lately.
I'm trying to rebrand as a Christian victim. So yeah.
Well, plus you have that whole motivational speech package thing going on. Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, I guess.
All right, look, can you roll with it for today?
Sure, I'll try.
Just roll with it. So yes. So Mona, how long have you been in porn?
Porn 6 years.
Okay.
Yeah.
And prior to that,
just general whoring around.
oh sure,
Yeah. I mean, my entire adult life I've been doing sex work, whether I knew it or not.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
sure.
That's the realization a lot of people come to. One day they're like, wait a minute, I am indeed
I'm
a
a
sex
whore.
worker.
I am indeed
a whore, darling.
A whore, yes.
Yeah. Although with that terminology, it's really, I mean, everybody's a damn whore. I was thinking today about sounding again, and I don't know why it popped up.
These puns are just rolling out.
I know.
It actually popped in. You don't know why it popped in. Yeah. You don't know why it slid right in and then felt strangely pleasant. pleasant.
Yeah, and I some of the, like, there's a few things that kind of like give me the willies or whatever.
Yeah.
Sounding is one of them.
What about ice cream with crickets in it? Because Mona brought us a lovely gift from Salt and Straw.
There's ice cream with crickets in
Yeah,
it?
there's bugs.
Chocolate covered crickets and earthworms, or no, mealworms rather. Yeah, it was meant to be a surprise, Brian, but
well, thanks, Obama. Oh my God.
But anyway, back to what we were saying.
So I want to know from your point of view, I'm assuming that you're pretty, like, you're just down with it, like, you're not unfazed. You're unfazed by all this stuff. Is there any kind of kink that is either revolting or unspeakable or just confusing to you?
I mean, I'll do anything for money.
That's the attitude that we
There you
appreciate,
go.
by
I mean,
the way.
but I
A
did,
true American
early,
capitalist.
early on before the pornos, this old man paid me like not a lot of money, like $100,
Yeah.
to cover me with millipedes
Okay.
and mealworms.
Are you
tie me
serious?
up and cover me,
Oh my God.
and
So,
it was so obvious why.
Okay, well,
well,
why?
let's know because we're a little behind on this one.
Because he was a very old man about to die.
Oh my God.
So he wanted my body.
He wanted
Yes.
to work through a
to be
mortality thing
eaten.
on...
Yeah.
The young nubile body, he could watch it be
Yeah.
consumed, if you will.
Yeah.
For
Wow.
a psychosexual mortality fantasy, we're going to have to go up on the price point.
Well, I know. It was before I really learned
Wait.
things.
So now what would you charge for something like that?
I mean, I would charge $1,000.
$15,000.
Yeah.
And also, you
yeah.
arranging professional cleanup and drop off of the insects and care.
Well,
Yeah.
well,
yeah,
that's
yeah.
another thing. Yeah, so also, let's get into that a little. So where did this take place? Was it
This-
at his
Are you
house?
pulling our legs?
No, I have pictures, actually.
Oh,
I found them on my...
wow.
When I
You can take a look
uploaded.
and then just confirm. I don't
Okay,
wanna
sure.
look
I'll
at
look
that.
at any pictures
Yeah,
you
yeah.
have, by the way, happily, yeah.
So, yeah, so it was when I was working at like a house of ill repute.
Was
that what the
a
sign said?
whorehouse, yeah.
So like a unsanctioned brothel?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
gotcha.
yeah.
Oh, okay, sure.
And he came in and yeah.
So it took place at the brothel.
Yeah.
So he brought these with him.
And the person that ran it was like a huge bitch, and she was like, "You can do this, but if I find one mealworm,"
Are you fucking serious? I mean, the talk about ill repute.
Yeah.
This is shithole.
And also, how much did she make on this
oh
whole
my god,
thing?
Probably
also,
$80.
She made
Yeah.
she
Yeah,
made
more than you?
She made
Damn.
more than. I think it was a 40-60 split there.
And you only got 40.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's
Damn.
like, well, you know what? Fuck off. If you find a millipede, you can have your cleaning crew.
Oh,
take
right,
care of it.
yeah.
But of
Yeah.
course, that's not, you don't know because at the time you're like, sure, okay,
It
I'm
was
sorry.
really fun.
Was it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you have any reservations before it actually is going down?
Sure, but like it was just so enjoyable. The only thing that was like not fun, because I was like thinking about like, I was tied up and naked and these things were crawling all over me.
Yeah.
And I was sweating and the millipedes were drinking my sweat and like biting me in my
Okay.
armpits.
All right.
Well,
And
Okey-dokey.
yeah, and like the old man was like giggling and I was giggling and like we
Now,
were just
was he like whacking off in the corner?
yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay, gotcha.
oh, okay. Right.
Okay,
So giggling and
definitely.
jacking.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Look at this little girl. She's going to die. It's like, I don't get it. It's so crazy.
This is what's going to happen to me soon.
Yeah,
Whee!
pretty
Yeah.
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 Gonna
Wow.
be covered in bugs, rotting in the earth. I don't get it.
Were there a lot of sort of bizarre scenarios like that
Oh
in
yeah,
that day?
at that place, yeah. There was
Really?
great ones. There was a guy who used to like put me in a cast, like a real one. His
Oh,
mother
wow.
put casts on people, and you had to hobble around and tell the story about like how your leg isn't actually broken. You just love attention.
Oh my
God.
You're a faker.
You're what's like Munchausen's or something.
Malingerer.
A
Yeah.
malingerer. That's the one.
Yes.
Yeah, malingerer. Wow,
then-
malingerer kink. I didn't know was a thing. I mean, the stenographer thing's obvious, but that is new. To
Wow.
Yeah, that one, and and so I think that's some kind of like Munchausen's by proxy.
me. That's right. Yes, it
Thing.
is.
Did
Yeah.
you ever see
Yeah.
the show Autopsy on HBO back in the day? There was a woman who had 7 or 8 sudden infant death syndrome.
Oh my
her
God.
children were all like ruled. Their cause of death was ruled SIDS, and it turned out she was suffocating them all with a pillow.
Yep, I've seen that one.
Yeah.
In the basement. Yeah.
Yeah, Dr. Bodden, crazy stuff. So I'm wondering, like, because it doesn't seem there's like a limit to the imagination when it comes to like get an appointment at one of these ill repute houses. I
You looking for a phone
imagine.
number?
Well, yeah, I'm like, maybe I need to do a long game kind of like courtroom fiasco fantasy. You know what I mean? Where we go to trial and then it gets postponed and then
Sure.
it's
So
like a whole thing.
You're talking about extras and like
yeah.
other,
and then we get in a scandal. We do, absolutely.
Gawkers, onlookers.
Yep.
The first one I ever did in that house, I had to pretend that I was the Walnut Creek head of the Chamber of Commerce.
Oh, that's
Really?
fabulous.
Yes.
And what did you do in
And
the...
then I talked about how I was going to run away with this guy and kill his kids so that we could run away. And he brought a paper towel
Yeah.
that the actual Walnut Creek Chamber of Commerce head bitch in charge cleaned her hands with.
What the hell?
Whoa.
Wow.
This is amazing.
I love it.
This is
I'll never
this is so
stop.
good.
Yeah, I'm a little concerned about the price point, but we'll get into that.
I mean, that was back in, I was a baby.
You
Yeah.
were learning. Yeah.
Yeah, I would never do that now. But like,
Yeah.
maybe I would because it's kind of fun.
Yeah,
Sure.
I had a friend who worked probably about 15 years ago in a sketchy brothel. I mean, it wasn't sketchy, but it was just like, black mark. What do you call that? Just not legal.
It's not legal,
Illegal.
yeah.
Not
Yeah,
legal.
yeah.
Not legal.
It was a
That's-
dungeon.
That's the term that they're using.
It was
these
a
days,
dungeon.
yeah.
They had a whole setup, but it was just like off the, whatever, off
Yeah.
the radar. And but yeah, the split wasn't great with the owner, and it was the thing I was always worried about is like safety.
Yeah.
Like what if
Because
Yeah.
the madam doesn't care.
yeah,
They
and
don't
like
care.
she
They don't
didn't
care.
have security detail.
No.
Um,
And you had to see everyone that came in the door.
Oh,
you
you
could
didn't
only
have-
say no after you'd seen him once. That was
no,
a rule
ma'am.
there.
No,
Whoa,
ma'am.
that is crazy.
I know. It
Yeah,
was
that's
like
exploitative and abusive and
yeah,
not good.
But I mean, it's part of
Part of the game?
our
What
world.
about Julia
But that's
Roberts?
not to like forgive it. But
Sure, yeah.
that is. So don't work for other people if you
no, you
can
need
avoid
to
it.
say who, say when, and say how much.
Yeah, that's right.
Reach
Yeah.
Bev will.
So
Yeah.
were there must have been customers that you were like, I really don't want to see them again.
Oh yeah. Well, I had one young client that was like presenting schizophrenia. Like he was 26 and he was like going through it.
Yeah.
And like it eventually got too far and I was like, you're sick and you need to go
yeah.
Yeah.
somewhere else because like I can't take your money because you're sick.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
need to.
Yeah.
You need a supportive referral, pal.
Yeah.
And what was his thing that he was into?
Oh, I can't even remember. I think spit. I think he
Oh, okay.
like spit and we'd like draw pictures.
With the spit.
No, we just
Art
sit there and
therapy?
draw
Oh, wow.
pictures.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He needed an
Yeah.
inpatient clinic.
Yeah.
Dear, this is the wrong institution.
Yeah. Close, but
Yeah. The price is about the same. But yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that's insane. Yeah, crazy. There was I remember my friend who was she would talk about she gets scripts from some
Oh,
people,
yeah,
like
yeah.
the
Oh,
detail,
wow.
and it
Yeah.
was the specificity of the details was like, and she actually went on to be a therapist, so it's kind of interesting. But
It's kind of the same wheelhouse, really.
yeah,
I mean, it is, except for I'm getting paid to not tell you what's wrong with you. Like, you tell
Sure.
me everything that's like messed up, and I'm like, oh, honey, you're so great. You know, it's like the
Yeah.
point
opposite.
counterpoint. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
Like,
man.
if I was a therapist, I could be like,
Yeah.
your wife hates you, and
yeah,
you're
Let's examine
you're bad
some
at
of these
this,
behaviors.
and
Yeah.
yeah.
What's the most common thing that presents itself when you're like, oh, this is what's wrong with this guy?
I mean, like it's this toxic masculinity thing where they think they deserve sex and a release, and they think that
okay.
their wife girlfriend should be a whore for them.
Okay.
Like they want their wives / girlfriends to be whores, and their whores to clean up their act and be a wife girlfriend.
Oh, the Madonna whore
Yeah.
thing?
Yeah.
And how prevalent is that?
Everyone.
Everyone.
Yeah. Like,
Everyone?
Just as I thought.
everyone.
Trash.
Yeah. But I mean, kind of.
Okay.
But it doesn't mean that people don't deserve love.
Well, sure.
Well, I don't know.
If they're like, but yeah.
So
Yeah.
the at this particular brothel, was that the first gig? Like, did you do film stuff or video stuff
No,
before?
like my first gigs were in high school
Okay,
when I was just trying to make money to
sure.
to do things. And then in college, I'd like have sugar daddies and like things like that.
Let's stop there and go into that a little bit.
Yeah.
Is that easy to set up? Is that like?
I just kind of slipped and fell
Yeah.
into it. When I was going to college, I would make extra money by going into the dumpster at Trader Joe's and getting old flowers and selling them. It was in Santa Fe.
Oh, okay.
On the like
Very gypsy
plaza.
of you.
Yeah.
And this like couple came up to me and they're like, "Oh, look at you! You're so cute selling your trash flowers that are all." And they were like, "Come out to dinner with us." And it was like this really young, beautiful woman and this like slimy, like comb over looking dude with like an Ed Hardy t-shirt and like gray black hair.
Yeah.
And then she, you know, so I had dinner with them and she's like, "I'm a con artist and I'm working this guy and you should help me."
Shut up.
Oh my God.
Stop.
This is amazing. I love this.
I can show you her mug shot too because this story doesn't end well. Anyway,
You have a very extensive photo library, it sounds like.
well, I like to keep in
No,
touch.
I
like
really,
to keep
I like
She's
this.
got,
You
she's
have an
got a physical
archive.
album too. It's like,
and so
she's no way. That's
yeah, we
incredible.
worked a senator together, and
What?
she fucked up because she stole his checkbook.
That's you got to have a limit on that, right?
You gotta have a limit.
Yeah.
But we had fun. Like we'd like drive and like go get cars for like no reason. Like it was so
When
bizarre.
you say go get cars for no reason, you mean on
Like
someone
she'd show up
else's...
to. I was going to school at St. John's College, and she'd like show up in a Lotus, and she'd be like, "Get in."
Oh my God.
Oh my God. And she'd have the car for how long?
Not ever very long.
I see.
She gave me a Pontiac Firebird, and
That's
I
a
was like
sweet gift.
driving it around for a while, and I got pulled over, and they're like, "This is a stolen car,"
Oh,
and I was like,
Damn.
I didn't know, and they're like, "We know,"
Oh my
wow.
God.
because it was the same cop. Well, that I was drinking a lot then, and like kind of do up to shady stuff, but he called me Meg Ryan, and he was like, "I know little Meg Ryan."
Are you ready to get into the world of high finance, Brian?
I've been waiting my whole life.
Well, now is the perfect time because we are partnering with Robinhood.
Ooh, so that sounds like we're going to be stealing from the rich.
Hopefully. I was thinking it would be great to steal from the poor, but then I thought, wait a second.
They don't have a lot to steal.
That's the thing. It'd be a lot of work for not much result. But you know what? Robinhood actually is an investing app that lets you buy and sell stocks, ETFs, options, and cryptos, all commission-free. Cryptos. They strive to make their financial services work for everyone, not just the wealthy. And it's a non-intimidating way for stock market newcomers to invest for the first time with true confidence. Brokerage firms charge up to $10 for every trade, but Robinhood doesn't charge commission fees, trade stocks, and keep all of your profits.
Wow.
Isn't that amazing?
That sounds very generous and lovely.
Doesn't it? I guess that's the spirit of Robinhood, I guess, isn't it? Ooh, yeah. The Robinhood web platform also lets you view stock collections, for instance, and analyst ratings of buy, hold, and sell stock for every stock. What Robinhood also allows you to do is to learn how to invest as you build your portfolio. You discover new stocks and track favorite companies with personalized news feeds, and you get custom notifications for price movements so you never miss the right moment to invest. And Robinhood is giving listeners a free stock like Apple, Ford, or Sprint to help build your portfolio. So sign up at craig.robinhood.com. That's craig.robinhood.com. So isn't that nice? Our listeners can get a little bit of
stock portfolio management advice and a little change in your purse.
That's right. A lady do need a handbag.
She sure does.
And it might as well be a full purse.
How do you define parameters for yourself in terms of like safety, danger, and I don't know.
Life is dangerous.
Driving
right?
the car. Yeah.
Everything's
getting in the
dangerous.
car is
but
dangerous.
yeah, I mean, I'm not going to tell you exactly how I screen my clients because we have kind of had a little powwow among workers where we're like not describing it in detail anymore so that it can still be
well, because you don't want people to be able to figure out how to
game the system.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So yeah, we have like a reference system.
You got a little Dewey Decimal?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
For in-person stuff, yeah.
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 So after the cult, you get out of the cult, what's your next step?
I had made friends with this person in town, this like weird writer guy who like would bring me gifts and stuff. And he had moved to Montana to write a book. And I was like, and I called him up. I was like, hey, can I come to Montana?
Yeah.
And so I went to Montana, and then I like asked him for money to get a bus ticket to California. And then I showed up there and started doing porn and sex work.
You know, what part of California did you go to?
San Francisco. I mean, I have to come down here for work, but I've successfully avoided it for 2 months.
It's so expensive up there. Oh my God.
Oh, I know. Oh,
it's
yeah.
crazy.
It is.
When you first got to San Francisco, was it like that?
Yes.
Okay.
I rented a closet that I
Really?
refurbished. Yeah, like it had like a door to the street, and it had everyone's like meter boxes, and I like wired it up and lived in there.
Wow.
There you go.
Yeah,
Hey,
for
listen.
several years.
So you're very resourceful as well.
Yeah.
Cult escapee,
Yeah.
MacGyver. Yeah.
Full MacGyver. And a little bit of well, damn, what's his name? What's the DeVar's character?
Murdoch.
Yeah, you're a bit of MacGyver and Murdoch all rolled into one. Yeah.
Yin and yang.
Yeah.
So, and how long have you been in San Francisco?
I think it's been 7 years. I like to hate San Francisco.
Oh, I see.
You know, like I speak the language there. I've like figured it out. I've tried to live in LA, and like just getting toilet paper is such a production. Like,
well, they have Amazon Prime now.
I know.
So
it's just,
not.
but then you don't leave your apartment. Waitresses don't get my jokes here. I can't live here.
Oh, I understand.
But the weather's so beautiful,
I don't
honey.
like the weather. It's like
don't?
oppressively bright.
Oh,
okay.
no, I can see that. Yeah. There are times I'm like, sun again.
Were you thrilled about the rain last week?
It took me like a whole hour to process it. I was like, this is not happening. Like I was so wet, and I was like, I'm never wet outside. This is weird.
So wait, you're saying that it took you a full hour to sort of comprehend that it was raining?
Kind of, sort of. I mean, I had an umbrella on dock, right? Thank God. But yeah, it's the same old. It can be weird.
Yeah, you
I
can't feel time.
I like the weather in San Francisco.
I like that though, because I'm from Massachusetts, and I would get terrible seasonal affective disorder. Sure. So not having that incredible oppressive cloud of bummer with me is really good, I find. Yeah. And I love that it's basically warm and nice all the time. Yeah.
It's lovely, gal.
Yeah, I like a sweater. I like a sweater and a jacket and looking like cozy.
Because you guys kind of get that fall kind of temperature a lot
all year round. Yeah,
that's cool. It's like it's sexy and artsy or whatever.
Yeah.
Fireplaces, things like that.
I like to wear my brown leather jacket. Oh, yeah, it's so cute. I could understand why. Yeah.
You don't really have the opportunity to wear a lot of outerwear here in Los Angeles.
No.
You moved to San Francisco, and then what's the first sex work that you're doing in San Francisco?
I answered a bunch of ads on Craigslist.
Okay.
One of which was hiring dominatrix Will Train.
Oh,
wonderful.
That's very, okay.
And then the rest is... Yeah.
So you were trained as a dominatrix?
Well, they did. I wouldn't even submit to the training because the training was unpaid, and I needed money now.
Oh, sure,
yeah,
right.
Exactly.
So
if you're looking for hooking gigs, you're not exactly. Yeah.
So I was like, no, I've done this before, and just jumped into it.
Sure.
Yeah.
You're not
fake it till you make it anyway.
Yeah, I faked it. They're
not looking for a certificate.
I'm sure you could jump into it pretty easily because I think a lot of people are able to get into play, but they don't ever. That's just my theory. So what do you think about that?
Sure. I mean, I think that, if you have an imagination and you're open-minded, and I think sex work's amazing because it allows many different people that might not have something else that they can do at that moment for money to jump on in.
Yeah. Sure. Right.
I do want to be clear that it's always a tricky thing because I've done sex work as well. And my experience of it was never really of a financial necessity, and there was never any kind of like threat of physical danger. So my experience is a little bit, I can tend towards the glamorization of it, which which is not really great to do. I mean, I can personally think of it fondly or whatever, but it's a tricky thing in the United States because there are always going to be hookers.
Absolutely.
Always.
And I also think that some people, and I'm wired like this, I don't know about you, I've always kind of fetishized sex work. I remember watching Boogie Nights as a kid. Or that scene from Monsters Ball where the hooker comes in and pulls down her pants and being like, oh my God, that's me. That's what I want.
Right.
I was more of a Kit DeLuca in Pretty Woman. Yeah, I just needed a little pick-me-up. Stealing my friend's money, at the Blue Banana, talking to Silly Marie or whatever. Oh, in a Lotus. She drives a Lotus in that.
Interesting.
Corners like it's on rails.
Did you ever see Body Double?
No.
Oh, I think you might
you would love that.
It's really great. Melanie Griffith plays Holly Body, star of Holly Does Hollywood. It's great.
Yeah, you'll love it.
Yeah, I don't want to spoil it. Don't. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so wait. So then you get into sex work. You told us about the House of Ill Repute. Was that the first stop on your?
Yeah, that's the first stop.
Okay, and then after that.
So I was doing that and other things, and because the internet, and I lived in San Francisco, and I walked by the Armory all the time.
Oh yeah, okay.
And I was
what's that?
It was it's still there. It's this huge building, like a city block.
Yeah.
And it was King.com's studio.
Oh, right. Sure. Okay.
It's that building at the front of the King.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, well, maybe I should go in there and apply for a job. And it was kind of just, for kicks. And
Sure.
I had the best time ever. And I just kept going back. And then that became my thing.
Right.
Yeah.
Cool. What was the first thing you did there? What was the first little setup you had?
It was for TS Pussy Hunters.
Oh, man, I
Sure.
love that.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're out of Atlanta, right? Yeah.
Philadelphia. Remember the Philadelphia TS Pussy Hunters? Yeah.
I could imagine calling my mom, like, Mom, I got a job. TSPussyhunters.com.
No, they're really big. You don't know their work really, but it's a different
cat
thing.
wranglers. Yeah. They work with the shelters. Great. Okay, talk to you later. Bye.
Yeah.
But you'd like the scene. It's with this Russian woman named Francesca, and I was a Russian student.
No way.
And she was
Oh.
teaching me Russian, and all the Russian I knew was Church Slavonic. So I'm like
Very
praying in
useful.
weird,
Yeah.
and it was pretty incredible.
It's like they say every step of your life prepares you for the next step, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
your whole time in North Carolina sort of gave you a little bit of
the intersection of kinky sex work and old church Slavonic hymnals in a church language. You don't really see a lot of crossover there. This is a delightful experience.
untapped market as of yet. I mean, it's still, they've done some, but you could explore some
All
more.
those bearded fucking priests are certainly tapping stuff off the books. Like I had a friend who was a hooker in Brooklyn. Those religious folks.
Yep.
Oh my God, they were into some freaky shit. She lived in Borough Park. She was like the only one. She was a trans woman, and she just walked around. They didn't pay her any attention. It was just like, we don't see you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And which was a good thing in a way. Oh my God, the shit that they wanted her to do to them. Oh my God.
Yeah, absolutely.
Can you walk us through your beginning to do like sort of more extreme stuff outside of the millipedes, which
Also,
is pretty...
how do you even? I'm curious what your scale of extreme is.
I mean, I think I've done everything short of like.
Killed a baby and shit in its mouth.
Yeah. I mean, because I've done everything from like snuff porn.
Oh, really?
What?
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
To like fake
Real-
snuff porn.
fake
to like
Fake what?
Like it's fake snuff, because I'm still here.
no, of
but
course,
like,
of course.
to
Yeah.
like
ketchup, not blood.
food-
Ketchup,
yeah.
not
I was
blood.
going to buy it for you for Christmas,
Yeah.
but it's fake.
Yeah.
So don't.
Yeah.
Anyway, she's here. So anyway,
yeah.
so tell us some more about the some of these things.
Snuff porn. The capital for snuff porn is in Portland.
Really?
For whatever reason, all of the
Maine or
snuff
Oregon?
Oregon.
Oh, we're okay.
Okay.
Yeah. And all the death studios are there, and you...
The Death Studios.
Yeah.
The Death Studios.
And like everyone who produces it is like, I'm not into this, I promise. And I'm like, I know you're into
Mary,
this, you
yeah.
fucking weirdo. Like,
Yeah, you're jerking off at the editing bay.
yeah,
honey.
it makes it more weird, right? When people pretend, when they say that they're not into something and they're engaged in
yeah,
it.
it's like I am unashamed. Like I'm super into death fetish. I think it's so
Really?
fun.
Okay.
I think it's so fun to pretend to be dead and get fucked. I'm sorry.
Okay, sure.
It is like
Okay.
So like this death fetish studio, the one that I shoot for the most, they like take you through like the process of dying. You'll like die 6 different ways. Like you'll get
Really?
electrocuted, poisoned, choked, shot, like all the things.
Yeah.
And then they take you into their like second studio, which is where it looks like where they
Embalming area?
embalming. Yeah. So
Yeah.
then you get fake embalmed. And then you get
Wait, sorry, can you describe the fake embalming?
they put that like block under your head,
Yeah.
and like you're on the steel thing.
Sure.
And then they put all this makeup on you, and then they undress you and like put on your death makeup, and then like put you in your church clothes, and then put you in the coffin. They fuck you like several times.
Oh, during the process.
Whole
Oh,
thing.
okay. Because I didn't know
And
if the
then-
fucking was at a certain
No, you
stage
get
or
fucked,
throughout.
like, all the time.
Okay, so
Here.
while you're dying, you can get fucked while sort of you've just been
Yeah.
electrocuted, fake electrocuted, and you
Yeah.
get fucked.
Yeah.
And, but so do you
Yeah.
do you remain motionless
Yes.
during this?
And your like
Okay.
eyes water, and you're like,
Uh-huh.
Wow.
And there's like different ways, they have like different levels of death that like you.
Different
they're
levels
like
of
they're
death.
like go to death 1, and you're like,
Oh my God.
and they're like death
Oh,
2,
okay.
and then like
Yeah.
then the life because it's for porn, you have to like play it.
Oh, you
long
gotta do the
and
whole
Sure.
journey. It's a journey.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
a journey.
yeah.
Most of those things are customs, so
Oh,
like you get
okay.
like a death following.
Oh.
Wait, what
Because you can't really sell porn of you like dying.
Oh,
yeah. I was just thinking when you mentioned it, I was like, I don't think I've seen
it's
that.
a little gruesome.
Yeah, this is some dark web stuff or like for private
collectors, private
collector
connoisseurs.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Discreet yeah.
So yeah, you do that, and then they put you in like an actual coffin.
Oh.
And then sometimes they'll bury you.
Okay, what now?
And then
Wait
you
a second.
get
Buried?
Pulling our legs now.
No,
Is there like
they'll
an air
bury
thing
you, and
with
you have a thing, and you have your like "get me out" button. But like it's really, I don't know, pretty transformative. Like once
Really?
you've like lived through your own death several times, it's a little less scary.
Wow. Now,
Yeah.
have you ever smoked DMT? Because someone was telling me it's a 20-minute experience. Yeah, you feel like you are dying. You forget that you've taken any kind of drug, but it's like a 20-minute journey that feels like it's a year. It's very strange. A friend of mine was telling me about experimenting with it, and he said it was like ayahuasca, but way more concentrated. Okay. And also, you don't have to go to like somewhere in Peru.
It's only 20 minutes?
In the process of doing it, you forget that you've done anything to drug, but you just think, I'm dying, I don't know. And you, I guess, go through the whole journey of having your life flash before your eyes.
Like in Scrooge? Do you see the ghost
just
of
like in
Christmas Past?
Scrooge, yeah.
Carol Kane comes out and hits you with the toaster.
That's right. And then you get to hear Annie Lennox and Al Green sing together, which is nice.
Just put a little love in your heart. I would, if I ever got into that coffin, I would just... What is this?
Huh? Oh, I don't know. What is it?
What is this?
I think it's the sound of some death porn.
Oh.
Maybe not.
Ooh.
Would this possibly be the sound of something that
I mean,
you'd be...
yeah, we can pull it up. I mean, that's...
Or it could be a pretzel muck. Oh, now we're things are really cooking.
It's time for Death Level 1.
I love Death Level 1. Please. Whoa, this is groovy. It would be fun to see like kind of a playful camp spin on a gruesome theme like this. I'm thinking like maybe some like funeral wail. You have a whole funeral setup, right? And then like you have the casket. Everything's kind of tacky. People are in their church clothes, and there's like a buffet. Or I guess
what kind of food would it be?
Oh, just like Jamaican jerk chicken or whatever. And
sure.
And then the open casket viewing, and then somebody who would come up and bugger you in the casket, and then you'd like the casket would tip over and you'd fall out naked and roll, and people would trip somebody. It'd be like a whole kind of
love that.
Yeah, it'd be fun, right?
Fun, yeah.
It'd be fun. People laugh, and then they just all start fucking or whatever, and then you come back from the dead. That's the one I think I want.
It sort of sounds like this, yeah.
Fuck that dead pussy till it turns into life.
Oh my God, the coffin's falling over. Oh, I gotta run right over to get it. Oh my God, she's naked. Oh, I can't help my boner.
Oh my God, Carol's drunk, but she's still. It's like
The parishioners have gone wild.
Yeah. Reverend Mooley, put your dick away. Yeah. Oh my God. What would be the most gruesome kind of death scenario?
Oh yeah, there must be some really intense makeup shit going on with this.
Is the makeup good?
No, because not for this one. They had like a real electric chair.
Oh, cool.
That
scene
would
that
zap
I did,
you a bit?
and it was like all wired. Yeah, it looked so real, and it felt so. I was like, "Oh my God, these fuckers are gonna kill me."
Yeah, you were like, "Who did I just sign with, and what?"
And it felt really real and wrong. And
did they give you a little bit of juice? Like,
no.
Yeah,
and yeah, I mean, I've done a lot of electro porn though, because I was on Electro Sluts for like several years.
Okay, they're out of Cincinnati. Electro.
Yeah, that's right. I have their early albums. I don't have the later ones, but I'm not opposed to them. I just
electric sluts.
Now I was watching one where you were zapping someone with what's the wand that you? It's just like
to zapper.
Okay, now that looks to me like, based on what you said, that's like sort of the entry level.
Yeah, it doesn't. It feels like millipedes biting your sweat out of your armpits.
Walk me through the range of electro.
I mean,
stuff.
I hate electricity like on my body. Yeah. But so you've got your to zapper, and then you've got your sticky pads, which are like. So there's two different kinds of shocks.
Oh, that's like a defibrillator kind of?
There's like electricity that comes in like waves that feels like marching ants that you like get when you put yourself like in a sticky, like with the sticky pads and the TENS unit.
Okay.
And then you have like the sharp electricity, which is the zapper, a taser, a cattle prod.
Okay, gotcha.
Oh, okay.
And like up to like a cattle prod that feels like your skin is like.
What's the voltage on a cattle prod? I wonder.
No idea.
You can look that up later. I have a bunch of bedazzled tasers.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, they're
Really?
really cool.
Nice.
Yeah, they're beautiful.
Aren't there also zapper dildos?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I'm assuming it's a little bit of a delicate scenario to like stick a dildo in a vagina and then zap the shit out of it.
I mean, internal electrostimulation doesn't feel like a lot. It feels kind of like fire ants in your pussy.
Oh, just
And, like,
that. Never mind.
And like,
sounds like a Tuesday.
Exactly.
honey.
Yeah.
and like in your butthole, you can't really feel it except for when it comes in and out, and it like arcs a little.
Oh wow.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
I can't say that has sounded titillating for me at all.
It is kind I don't know. We're like all of our neuron thing. For some people, they really like it. I fucking
Yeah.
hate it. I think it feels gross. I don't know what electricity is. I don't understand it. I don't like it on me.
Get it out of here.
We're still not sure it's real.
Yeah.
So we're still, the jury's out on that.
No, that Ben Franklin, he just seems a little fat.
Malingerer. He was a malingerer. Now, what about other stuff that you personally don't like?
Let's see. So I don't like electricity. I don't like it when people stick their fingers in my mouth.
Uh-huh.
It's like a gross move that everyone's like trying to do these days in porn. And I'm like, ew.
Yeah, what's that all about?
Yeah.
What is that all about? What am I putting my fingers in your mouth for?
I actually enjoy that. So that's
okay.
Yeah.
I'm just curious. Yeah.
I don't know.
Like, let me try to.
Well, wait. There's
You get your
there's
tonsils out.
difference. Now, are you talking about like just
Sexy mouth.
jabbing their fingers in?
No,
Because
they're like, I don't know.
yeah.
Well, no, maybe they're checking all your back teeth
Exactly.
today. Yeah.
Yeah.
But don't look this whore in the mouth.
Yeah. But feel away at those wisdom teeth. Yeah.
Remember what the old saying, never look a gift horse in the mouth, right? So what else? So you don't like that?
But I like kind of everything.
Sure.
Yeah.
How about this one? This is my kink. I'm combining some. So in a miraculous and confusing turn of events, the corpse me has pissed himself. Yeah. I'm talking like it's just a puddle, a huge puddle. And unfortunately, we couldn't afford a nice funeral, so there's a little bit of wires exposed. And of course, the wire gets into the puddle of piss, and it's the voltage
Well,
is
of
off.
course.
Yeah. And then on the way to come bugger me, the gentleman slips in the shocking piss, and he's dead.
Yes. I
And then
love that.
I come back to life and fuck him.
Oh, this is great.
It's like a Frankenstein kind
really-
of, it's alive.
Yeah.
I really do
Yeah.
think you were born for this.
I
also think that like your side hustle should be selling all these burping clips. Like I think you're
you're right.
the burping.
That's a really
And
good
like
idea.
I make tons of money selling burping and farting stuff.
You
And
need
like
to get out
you
of town
burp.
right now. Are you serious?
Yeah, my favorite porn I ever did was the farting party girl.
The farting party girl.
Yeah.
Describe it a little bit for us.
It's my birthday and nobody comes because I am constantly farting and so I have no friends.
Oh my God.
So I'm like sitting alone in the house,
Gaseous
like
Greta
farting,
can't. Oh my
and
God.
then I call all my friends and I'm like, "Fuck you for not coming to my birthday party." And then I call my grandma and I'm like, "Fuck you, grandma." Like I have bad
While
genes.
you're farting
like,
the whole time?
While I'm farting, and then I put the little things, all the horns in my butthole, and I spoot them, and then I put glitter in my butthole, and then I sing happy birthday while like farting. Yeah,
like on the beat, like happy birthday to you. And then,
it was my proudest.
my
moment.
God, you're shitting glitter.
Happy birthday to me. Here's what I have to say to you.
Yeah, it's on this wonderful website called Eccentrica or Radrotica.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
Great.
that is just a whole tableau.
It
That is
is.
fabulous.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And when you find that the internet loves you at your most disgusting, like it's truly a liberating experience.
That's going to be very
But-
Yeah, I
satisfying.
can- yeah.
Yeah.
and I
can see
feel
that.
like, yeah,
Yeah. I
that
loved
people
like
would buy your.
Yeah.
Sure.
You could have an
Your work.
OnlyFans, right? Wouldn't that be?
Yeah.
I told you my I had an idea for an OnlyFans, which is it would be have pop fans, like Chinese fans, that I would be jerking off fans behind the fans.
2 to 3 streams of income, because then you can sell the actual fan that you're using in the clip
With
right?
jizz on it. Yeah.
Exactly.
There's
Yeah.
proof.
And that raises the market value, doesn't it?
Yeah, certainly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Certainly.
Would you like some more LaCroix?
Sure, yeah.
Okay, great. I'll be right back.
I'm so interested in the specific nature of these little kinks and stuff. How they can get like, yeah, it's like I want you to fart in my neck, wearing a blue wig and calling, it's like, it's so crazy.
They like what they like.
Yeah.
And it's often like something that they've almost experienced or like misinterpreted, or a bad reading of Tolstoy that like leads them there.
Yeah. A rusty reading of some old church Slavonic. Oh my God.
What was it about the misreading of Tolstoy that made you devote a chunk of your life to the
he
cult?
never really talked about farting.
Oh, that's right. That's what will hit you.
It's a bad translation.
It hits you funny, and you go off into the wrong direction.
Yeah. So that glitter fart birthday scenario sounds like a Lisa Frank extravaganza.
No, it's technicolored. You will love it.
Okay, we're excited. We're excited about it.
Well, and I recently saw a porno, just like not a like kinky one, but it was like a gay porno where
what? Brian, what's going on? Brian,
I like to watch gay stuff every once in a while. I just I feel like a part of the community.
Okay, well, this is a new thing. Look, we're into new things, right? We're accepting. Yeah.
So he was wearing a faggy crop top and had a little like tail coming out of his butt. It was gay pride, and he was like bouncing up and down on a rainbow dildo attached to the wall and just being like, I'm a fag. I'm gonna get fucked for pride. He didn't say that, but it was just like really playful.
Yeah, it's so
and
fun.
colorful.
Yeah.
And like in faggy. And I was like, oh, that's nice.
It is nice.
It's nice. I don't like all sometimes the choking and the finger mouthing and the you fucking slapping the titties and all that shit gets a little bit like.
It does. But I don't feel like my style of domination is serious at all.
No,
like,
yours is really playful.
That is not my bread and butter. I'm not a serious
There's a playfulness to your stuff. There's like a whole bunch of like, for instance, like your stuff and like the Lance Hart stuff. There's a lot of porn that unfortunately it's like, okay, so the activity that's going on in here is like of interest, but then it's like too not humiliating, but they're disrespectful of people, and I don't dig that. When I watch your stuff, there's clearly respect for each other, and you're playing.
Yeah, you're my precious little fuck pet idiot. Look at you, sell it. Blah.
Right,
like, I see, and it's about like noticing them and then like giving them what they want.
Yeah,
and like having a good time.
Right.
Yeah, I like. I think I'm probably unfortunately classified as vanilla. I watched a little spanking video the other day, and I'm very specific with I don't want to see a red ass, like a crimson. I don't want to see like the crimson tide. I just wanted them to slap it, not like pat it. I want them to smack it.
You want it to sound proper.
And then but I don't want to hurt them. I don't want to hurt them.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's fair. Yeah. There's lots.
But I love it when they killed him though, and then they stabbed him with it.
Yeah, but you just don't want it bloody. You just want
No. And we know in a real stabbing, if you just stab the knife in there, it's not going to spurt out blood.
Well, you got to keep the knife in, right?
You have a variety of knives. Yeah.
Sure. It's all about the incision.
Yeah. The God, because I watch straight porn quite often actually. And
Brian, oh God,
I know, and I cannot take it when those men do not behave.
Yeah, and it's hard. The straight men in our industry are a little.
But I love this though. That sometimes it's frustrating for me, but I get tickled. They cut their heads out of the frame.
Yeah, they do.
Oh,
they don't give a fuck about these. They're like, here's John number 5, and then John number 26. You hard yet, honey? It's like crazy.
Yeah, it's amazing.
I actually dislike it when there's a lot of straight men talking in the clips.
There are some guys who have a brilliant use of economy of language, and maybe with the combination of the tone of their voice, I'm just like, lovely. 2 sentences, bam, that's fabulous.
Yeah,
but I don't like that. Yeah, baby, you like that fucking hard dick in your butt. Yeah, you like that hard dick in your butt. Bam,
well, the stuff that seems more boastful than actually engaged in mutual play, that's the stuff that's just such a gross turn off. But tell us more about the problems of the straight male in porn.
Because it's a rare physiology that can get hard and fuck and has a giant I don't know why God gave some of these people big monster dicks. I just don't. It just baffles me.
Because you're saying they might be lacking in a lot of other areas.
And some of them.
Biologically, a lot of that blood, honey, it's just not in the. It's not in the cerebrum.
I had one explain to me that HIV is contracted when you eat Taco Bell.
Oh my God! Because we all know it's that other taco chain, which I'm not going to mention.
Del Taco, not Taco Bell.
Well, okay, you're going to have to take the hit on that one.
Fine.
Because his girlfriend, when he was going to school for his first semester at University of Florida, somehow contracted syphilis after she got drunk one night and ate a bunch of Taco Bell.
Oh my God!
What
a detective this guy is! It's the food. Yeah, it's the food.
It was the food. You know,
It's the
because
food.
I think that the people we've kind of gotten over this like urban myth that you get really drunk and have sex or stuff.
Yeah, well, no,
like,
that's just old.
No,
It's like,
yeah,
you know,
it's just like,
fables and myths
blah.
of olden days, especially
yeah.
college. You know, they think that stuff goes on at college, and it doesn't.
Those straight men have. I got to tell you one thing. Those straight men have some giant dongs in
Yeah,
porn.
yeah,
the
they
gay
do.
folks, no, they don't. No,
Yeah.
ma'am.
So,
The
but
teeny
it's-
little weenies. Gay porn.
Yeah, sometimes.
average.
Because average. I mean, you might like Pierce Paris. He's my new favorite.
Okay, I'm gonna look him up right now.
Yeah.
Weren't you talking about the
really-
Bellamy boys
Oh,
or
the
whatever?
Bellamy boys.
They have,
Okay.
Oh
but
my
they're
God.
literally like superhuman.
They just grew up close to Chernobyl. Like,
They have some fucking radioactive
It's
dicks.
crazy, yeah.
Giant. There's one dude who's like very thin, like not even very attractive, and he's got smuggling a fucking cannon down
Yeah.
there. It is insane. It was like so disproportionate to his body too.
I mean, I love I really do like giant,
Sure.
like huge dicks and like, yes.
yeah.
But what they're attached to, you know, like sometimes I'm just like, oh God, but one more.
What does it have? So what is it? What in your experience? How does the cannon affect the psyche?
I think, you know, this like everyone's saying this BDE thing.
Oh yeah,
big
Right?
dick energy.
That
Yeah.
It's like that's not a thing like that.
Well, honey,
to
they just
me-
broke up, so that didn't work for
Yeah.
Mr. Pete.
Well, true. But also, wait, what if the BDE is an energy, but it's not a good one?
It's not a good energy. I mean, like I
Well, I only like the term when they were like referencing like older women.
Oh, sure. Or like when we said DD has BDE.
Yeah.
Yeah.
DD energy. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. So
Yeah.
what's his name? Pierce what now?
Pierce Paris. He's
Pierce Paris,
beautiful,
okay.
and he's got a big dick.
What about the idea that instead of BDE, it's just someone who's like sexually confident and that just radiates through?
That makes
Yeah.
love the big dicks. It's hard. So in straight porn, it's the same 10 people that
Oh,
just
okay.
work every day,
Yeah.
twice a day,
Right.
and
Workhorses,
and
literally.
they're gonna stay in it for 20 years, and you just like see them, and they're God's gift, and they're there to stay, and
Yeah.
you are just another thing. And like for me, I'm like a weird old woman with like snaggly teeth from San Francisco with BO. So they're like, oh God, okay, I guess.
I gotta fuck this crunchy
Yeah.
hippie
Yeah.
bitch. Yeah.
Oh, so wait, so they get used to like the sort of like the fake tits, that kind of thing.
lady.
Yeah, and like, LA porn's like, I do it and I love it
Sure.
for different reasons than I love like San Francisco porn.
What are the reasons that you love about LA porn, or what are the things
I
about
mean,
LA
it's
porn?
just like you get more money. It's a higher production. You get to do like these scripts and
Sure.
fun things, and I get to play an old lady in all of them.
Oh,
so I'm
wow,
like
okay.
a twisted old lady
Okay.
psychopath all the time.
I love
You
that.
just be like
Yeah.
the stepmom that's
I'm the stepmom.
okay, yeah, who's helping the stepson
Yeah,
learn how to right.
Yeah.
Not that I've seen that.
That's
clip
my
or anything yet.
that's my wheelhouse. Yeah.
Okay, yeah,
Down
yeah.
here. But yeah, it's. Oh yeah.
Hello.
Is that him? Yeah. Oh, bong.
That's a nice piece.
It's really nice.
Brian has
yeah.
Located some
He's the-
footage
he is
of
the
Pierce
gay?
Paris.
he does that,
He's
but
like
everything.
Yeah.
Damn.
Versatile.
Yeah.
Yeah, he looks like a big guy too.
He is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's a big guy.
And sweet.
Well,
The
that's
gentle
good.
giant.
Yeah.
With the dong of doom.
So there's a guy with the dong of doom, and he's a nice guy. That's,
He is. Yeah, but he's not on the straight side of the industry.
Oh, I see.
He's not
Okay.
on the what side?
He's what I am too. We're considered crossover performers.
Sure.
Okay.
And there's not that many, right? In the male field, isn't Lance Hart like one of the few guys that does straight and gay porn?
Yeah. But mainstream won't touch him.
Oh, no, right,
Yeah.
right, exactly, right.
Oh, okay.
No, so is there like not a stink, but like they? they
like I got called. Like even for me, like
Yeah.
because people are misinformed in the industry
Sure.
about
I
STI,
can't imagine.
STD.
Wow.
Wait,
that's
what?
Russian.
Hold on
Yeah.
a minute.
Misinformation about sexuality and any kind.
Yeah, yeah.
It's so uncommon in this
Yeah.
country that I'm shocked that it crops up its head there.
With our comprehensive sexual education programs, I can't imagine anybody slipping through the cracks.
Wow. I think I'm stunned. I'm stunned.
You get AIDS from fruit, you know.
Well, no, it's the Mexican fruit, Brian. It's the Mexican
fruit flies bring
Yeah.
AIDS from Colombia. Yeah, no.
They love it there. By the
Yeah.
way, if you ever want a smoke break, just
Oh, nice. Yeah.
yeah. Do you want one?
Is it too? We just eat it.
No, we can keep going. I mean, I'm vaping throughout the whole show, so it doesn't really matter.
he's-
But
Yeah.
as a smoker, I understand.
Maybe 10 minutes. We'll have smoke break.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, sounds good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Lance Hart crossover.
Sure. By the way, Lance and Charlotte, if you happen to be listening, we do still want you on the show, so please come on.
I love them so much. I'm so excited.
And you're good friends with Cherry and Sophie as well.
Sophie, I've never met.
Oh, okay, but right, you've done some clips recently with Cherry.
Cherry and I've worked together a long time. Yeah, love her. Smart.
Did you engage in coitus with her dead body?
Many times. Oh, we've never died together.
Oh, that's a shame.
We've never
that's
died
sad.
together. Yeah,
that's sad. Yeah.
Hey, darling, we should die together someday.
You know what, baby? We should be in a horrific car accident for death.
Oh my God. Yeah. I love it.
So crossover, there's like lots of stigma. It took me a really long, and like girls to this day and like people on LA porn sets like call me all kinds of words because I shoot with trans people.
Right.
And they are like, and
so they're snobby and shitty about stuff.
Oh, they're shitty. And I don't know. Somehow I've like slipped through the crack because there's like a lot of whorephobia.
Oh, okay.
It's getting better.
Yeah.
And like a lot of transphobia and a lot of homophobia in mainstream
porn. Can we break down each one a little bit because the whorephobia confuses me.
Because they're like dirty hookers fucking people and then coming to fuck my like 18-year-old. But they're like, the young girls are like, I am not a whore.
Oh,
and I'm like,
it's like the roller girl shit.
Mama, they need to watch Showgirls.
Oh, you
are a
just
whore,
haven't
darling.
figured it out that you're having sex for money. You just think this is an extended Instagram post.
Gotcha.
Whoa,
right.
Yeah.
And then transphobia because
well, that I think I get the rest, but the whorephobia I really didn't understand when you mentioned that.
And and it's all couched in this language of like, we're just afraid about STI, STDs in the industry.
It's a human resource concern, honey.
Yeah. But it's really something else. It's stigma. Yeah.
They want to make themselves appear or pretend that they are above the fray, that they're somehow in a special category.
Right.
Yeah, I love when people do that. Isn't that fun?
Oh,
when people like
that.
that's great.
Prejudice is delightful.
Isn't it? That's why we all get into it. Yeah.
But I mean, so that's why San Francisco is just obviously a better climate.
That makes more sense. I thought it was just, I was like, oh, we really don't like LA. I didn't know.
I mean, LA just means like having to sit through like an ASU dropout explain to you how like a doorbell works and also like, and you're just like sitting there
go to get fucked.
Yeah. No, this is how,
But I mean, there's also lovely people, but it's terrifying. And mean 19-year-old girls.
Oh.
Like me, like so mean they'll make me cry.
Oh, no.
Like will make me cry.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
They'll be like, what's it like? I could never imagine doing this at your age.
Whoa.
Oh yeah.
Like,
oh yeah. And then some of them will be
brave.
like, they'll be like, how old are you? Though, like, how old?
You should be like,
and like, you're
I just
disgusting.
turned 50.
I don't look like a lot of people in pornography. Like, I don't have like assets. In mainstream pornography
you mean
assets,
like fake tits and
I don't even really have tits. Like no tits, no ass, like weird snaggly teeth. Like
you really know.
But somehow I like keep getting booked for these things, and it like blows people's mind because they've spent a lot of time and a lot of money, figuring this out, and then they're like, "Why is this stinky bitch still in here?"
Yeah.
We're going to talk about something really exciting. Really, really exciting now, Brian.
Okay, let me gird my loins.
Gird your loins.
I'm ready.
Gaff yourself to the couch.
What is it?
We're going to talk about stamps.com.
Oh my God, I'm not ready.
No, I thought you weren't.
I love stamps.
Don't you?
I do. I love stamps. I love envelopes. I love mailing stuff. I love receiving stuff.
It's fabulous. Postage in general.
Yeah.
And these days you can get practically everything on demand, right?
You sure can.
Just like our podcast. Listen wherever you want, when it's convenient for you. And did you know you can even get postage on demand?
I believe you can at stamps.com.
That's right, at stamps.com for sure. With stamps.com, you can access all of the services of the post office right from your desk. Buy and print real U.S. postage for any letter or any package. All available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You just click, print, mail, and you're done.
Click, print, mail. I have time in my life for 3 steps, and those are the steps.
That's perfect, because then, you know what? You're done.
You're done.
And Stamps.com will even send you a digital scale. You can weigh your letters and packages and print the exact amount of postage every time. So right now, use WV for this special offer. It's a 4-week trial, and it includes postage and a digital scale. Don't wait. Go to Stamps.com before you do anything else. Click on the radio microphone at the top of the homepage and type in WV. Remember, that's Stamps.com. Enter WV.
Bam.
what I like about porn is that we're all a little ugly. Like, there's a reason we're doing porn and not like on television.
Like they're all a little ugly.
Like we are just like, there's always something like a little off, like a lazy eye, or like a snaggle tooth, or like something just a little
low IQ,
little off, and like that like humanizes us and makes us like. I think people's brains, they're like, oh, she's fuckable. She's got snaggle teeth. I could have her.
Oh my God. You do not have snaggle teeth.
Well, no.
You have
you
Patricia
don't,
Arquette.
Yeah.
Like, you don't have that fake ass Hollywood grill.
No, but I mean, it's just a matter of time, you know. It's, I mean,
It's
I
something
think
you're working
that's
toward?
like,
This
The
I
dotting
think-
clock is ticking. You're about to turn 60. Yeah.
I think that's like, there's so many like drag porn like similarities.
Oh,
and like
yeah.
one of them is like people come in with one set of teeth and leave with another.
Oh, sure.
And the people that
Yeah.
are too busy working still have fucked up teeth.
Yeah.
Right,
Because
right.
like we're not sure if the money's going to last. So
Yeah.
Why splash
Yeah.
out on certain things that are really not
Exactly.
essential? Yeah.
Yeah. Those teeth are so funny to me. For the drags, it's the teeth, the hairline, and the
Lips.
The lips.
yeah.
The teeth, the hairline, and the lips. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because that's, yeah.
Yeah.
I've thought about getting the hairline, but there's too much ground to cover up there.
Well, because I have a thinning patch on the top of my skull, and I've thought about not getting
Spray paint.
Oh
it.
yeah, with the little bits of stuff that look like sprinkles or jimmies, as we know from Massachusetts.
Jimmy's, yeah.
Yeah.
Or maybe some crushed Oreos.
That's not bad. And then if you're hungry, you just you reach back and you have a little snack.
yeah. You're like, what are you doing? Nothing. Don't worry about it. Yeah.
But it was funny because on one of our balcony dancing videos, I was like, "Oh, you can really see my bald spot." And then my girlfriend was like, "Oh, I think it's cute." And I was like, "All right, I'll take that. That's
Yeah.
fine."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or get some Oreos.
Yeah, or a nice, like, cute little red wig. Just a small piece that I'll put right there.
A different
yeah.
color
Yeah.
one.
Yeah, different color one.
It just
yeah.
makes you attainable and
Yeah.
fuckable.
I love it. We're all a little ugly. That's great.
We
yeah.
are a little ugly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or a lot dumb. That's one of the in the industry. We're
Yeah, I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think if I know any like. I don't think I mainstream like porn actors.
I can't think honestly of any mainstream porn stars. You know what I mean? That come to mind.
I know the gay ones, but and they're. I mean, the gay ones by nature are kind of like. I mean, in the gay scene, I always forget like gay porn is like much smaller than straight porn. No. I mean, it really is.
no, yes and no. It's just very separate.
Yeah.
But I always go to the Cybersocket and Gay Porn Awards. Like, I support both sides, you know?
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
like, yeah.
yeah.
And there's a strong market for gay porn, but they cycle through their talent like rather quickly.
Oh, you don't get a lot of veterans.
There are, but like not
that many. Not as in
like they're
comparison,
either
yeah.
like but they're like always cycling through twinks because you can't be
Oh,
forever,
sure.
you know, they're
Shelf
like
life is
cycling.
like
They're like
3 years.
Yeah.
and
Those little holes get beat up. They look like a fucking. Oh my god, yeah.
but they make a lot more money, the gay side.
Oh, okay.
I was going to ask you about that because I've heard just anecdotally that a lot like straight porn, like mainstream straight porn, the men aren't really raking in the cash.
No, they're not.
No,
Yeah.
which is that's,
So like
yeah.
a new straight porn male top will get like $300.
a
Where
day
like a new gay bottom boy will make like 3,000.
work, bitch.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, shit. Getting pummeled all day by a fucking
Yeah,
cannon.
you
Although,
get it.
yeah,
Get it.
get the coins.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, get as much as you can, especially for the.
$3,000 for a shoot over 1 day or 2 days.
I don't know. I don't really do.
Then-
I don't
yeah.
produce that much gay porn, but yeah.
But you do some?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love it. There's this like amazing weirdo who lives in the Sunset. His name's Tom Ropes McGurk. And
That's a great
he's
name.
been making porn since like the 60s. And like he doesn't do it for like money anymore. Kind of, it's all his like private collection.
for
He's got this
spirituality,
weird fucking nasty basement in his house and like basement dungeon. And he always like hires these like amazing, like hot gay porn performers for me to like beat up and like fuck. And I get to be like in gay porn.
Oh,
like
that's
as
amazing.
a man.
Cool.
And having sex like a gay man in like an orgy setting is like the best. Like nasty, spitty, licky, sweaty, like dog pile,
Oreos.
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
stuff. Yeah, that's my
Yeah.
Wow, sounds like another Tuesday night.
yeah.
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 And so yeah, Tom, yeah, I do gay porn with him.
Cool. Do you know Shishi LaRue by any
I
chance?
do, yeah.
She's a friend of mine. She's a wackadoodle. I love
Yeah,
her.
like a noodle.
Yeah.
Has a store. I saw.
She sure does right down the street. Yeah. And she's so funny. I went on a cruise with her, and I've only heard stories of the like she yelling at the performers, and I can only imagine because she's like this drag diva, and oh my god, I can't imagine what that's like. What is it like on a is the pressure on a porn set to stay like motivated and hard and interested? And
so directing porn is like a really challenging thing, right? Because we don't have support staff like mainstream productions.
Okay.
So you're usually like running around. You want like everyone to be relaxed so that dicks are hard.
Right. Sure,
right?
yeah.
But then you actually like have to do a bunch of stuff, like get all the lights right and all the stuff. And I'm like my like go-to line is I'm like, okay, kids, everything's right. Make it fucky, and that's
let's make it fucky.
I like that.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I love that.
But it gets really stressful. Like producing and directing Public Disgrace is like the most stressful thing I've ever done.
Tell us about Public Disgrace.
It's a public sex website.
Oh, okay.
Where we go to Europe and like I call it summer camp for like antisocial behavior.
We get a bunch of personality disorders in the field and let them
it's
fuck
like,
it out.
because it's I've worked on this project for like a really long time, and then I finally like got put at the helm, so it's changed. But in its early days, before I was in charge, we'd like just walk out onto city streets and like strip people down and piss on them and like fuck them as well, like in front of people, and everyone's like and like and you're just like and then like running from the cops and everything.
Sure,
so so and that's like really fun, but like deeply antisocial. And now I can't go back to Berlin ever.
Oh my god! Wait,
Berlin
you can't go back to Berlin?
Oh my god,
Berlin
that's wild.
Banned me, but
wow.
I wasn't having any fun there because they wouldn't let me into their S&M clubs because they thought I was a Swedish tourist.
She doesn't want to get shit on. Get out of here.
Yeah, come on. She's a piker. She's a tourist. So you were saying earlier before we started taping that you have been barred entry from not just one but many establishments like that.
I don't play these fucking games. I'm not going to dress up like a fucking dominatrix in a corset.
Yeah.
Come to your stupid fucking party. Like it's all just like people that wear capes, you know?
Yes,
like BDSM scenes are just like for the cape and kilt wearing
capes and kilts
section of, and I think that like why can't we be cool? Why can't we just be cool?
And then just do the fun
bondage
stuff
kids?
as well.
Yeah,
without the
go to Europe and
like,
piss on people. Yeah.
And dressing up like a bondage thing doesn't mean anything. It's like you can get baby bondage gear at Forever 21. Like this is not.
Yeah, you want to do bondage? Let's go to Home Depot. Yeah, I hear that too. I've never really liked personally I've never really been sexually into all the gear and stuff. Yeah. It's usually like more of a non-theatrical scenario that would be titillating. Like
you mean like sort of more like verbal stuff,
or like like say for example like a setup, but not like I'm this like superhero dominatrix that coming in this like the corset and the boots and all this stuff and with all the stuffs and things.
Yeah.
You know, but like if a car breaks down and whatever that kind of thing is like that kind of setup is more
help. I need a phone. Do you have
my battery is all out, and oh my god, where are my pants? Yeah,
and where's my wallet? I don't know how to pay you for helping me with my carburetor.
I think I have a checkbook stuck inside my pussy. Would you? Yeah, I think I should write dialogue. Don't you think?
I really do think that you should be a producer. Yeah.
His carburetor's on the fritz, and he's gotta get a spritz of piss to get there.
Oh my god, just a spritz of piss.
Just a spritz of piss for you. Maybe Mona can help you find the vendor.
I need some blood with that piss to make it hiss.
And a devil's kiss from you. Yeah.
What about... What about drool? Gotta go back to school. Need some young saliva.
Because it really rules my heart.
Oh, Lord.
The boner won't start without it now. I can't remember the rest of the words.
There you go. I did, for some reason I watched, I got into like watching like a cartoon porn or like parody porn or like silly stuff.
Yeah.
And I thought it was so fascinating, but I didn't think it was like all that hot. But I was they do some like pretty decent production design and value in those movies. They're not cheap.
Yeah.
No. I love 3D hentai. That's like all for a while. Not right now. I'm on to something else that's really dark.
Oh, good.
But like
we're going to get into that
for
too.
a long time,
Sewer
I could
rat
only
corpses,
jerk off to 3D, like
Yeah.
Uncanny Valley, like 3D hentai.
Sure. Yeah.
monster on woman.
Yeah, I like I was like looking at these monster compilations where like, dude, these giant, but there's some of them are romantic too.
Really?
Which is, yeah, it's like you have giant, scary monster with this like serrated fucking knife dick, but it doesn't seem to hurt the guy, and he is very little. And they're having this lovely little romantic seesaw in action. He's getting his life. He's getting his jush. Yeah.
So now you've moved on to a darker territory.
I can't even. It's so.
You
I can't even
tell-
talk
will you,
about it.
Will you tell us off mic?
Yeah, I'll tell you.
Okay.
Okay, good.
We'll have a cigarette break and we'll
Let's
talk
have a
about it.
cigarette break. Yeah.
Okay.
Great.
Don't you hate it when you get a UTI?
I listen. It is one of the most uncomfortable and painful situations. I am sick and tired of getting UTIs.
That's right, because, you know, it can make someone be intimidated to take a spin class or do anything that might trigger that UTI, even the sexuals.
Painful burning sensations that impede on your everyday functioning.
If you get a lot of UTIs, it turns out you're not alone. UTIs are the second most common infection in the U.S. Half of all women get UTIs, and about 1 in 5 women struggle with recurring UTIs.
Yeah.
If you've struggled with UTIs, you know that cranberry juice is useless on its own, and taking too many antibiotics can be problematic. So what should you do?
I believe you should try Eucora.
You know what? You're 100% right.
I think that's what you should do.
That's exactly right. And you know why? Because Eucora is the natural, effective way to prevent UTIs. And it was developed using the best research available in collaboration with a team of physicians.
That's more than one physician.
It is. It's at least
That's a whole
3.
group.
It's got to be at least 3. My guess is about 8 to 9.
Yeah.
Possibly more, but I think about 8 to
Could
9.
be a dozen.
Their unique formula targets bacteria and enables you to safely flush bacteria out of your urinary tract, stopping UTIs before they can start. Just mix it with water and drink it after intimacy or exercise, or whenever you think you might be at risk of a UTI. If you don't know what causes your UTIs, Eucora has you covered on a day-to-day basis. It's natural and it tastes like what? Pink lemonade.
Pink lemonade.
So right now, Eucora is offering 30% off when you text WV to 484848. But hurry, this is a limited time offer. Text WV to 484848 to get 30% off your order of Eucora. That's WV to what?
484848, and you're gonna get 30% off.
30% off.
Boop boop be doop.
And we're back.
Yeah.
And we're back. I need
Hi
a,
there.
I'm
Hi,
going to
everybody.
need 15 minutes to process that horrendous information.
Which we can't speak of on the show.
We shan't ever speak of it again.
Yes, but what were you talking about on the balcony about the public speaking farting video?
Oh yeah. So it's basically like, you ever seen the movie Rudy?
I'm familiar with it.
Like really wants to play football at Notre Dame.
Sure, sure. And he's a little undersized.
He's a little nugget. But he's got a huge schlong.
Okay, that's what the premise of Rudy is?
It could be.
Okay, sure.
Probably
Okay,
should
I'll
be.
just go
Probably
along
should
with
be.
this, yeah.
Huge schlong.
Yeah.
He's got a secret girlfriend though, because she's from the wrong side of the track. She's a Richie.
Oh, okay.
Doesn't want to use her parents' money to get a scholarship. Blah blah blah.
Sure.
Long story short, she farts in the bathtub and bites the bubbles, and then is declared a Fonza Noon. And then she stars in Caddyshack 3, and the rest is history. Yeah.
It's the classic age-old tale. Yeah, yeah.
Tale as old as your mom's ass.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
But yeah, so I think that we should maybe produce together.
I would love that.
Like I'm thinking like terms of endearment, something like really overwrought and long.
Tearjerker.
A tearjerker.
Yeah.
A fart squeezer. Or like Steel Magnolias, and so like Melin's whole speech. I want to know why.
Yeah.
You know, and
That's right. Yeah, she has to bury your daughter and then has a bit of a gas attack at the...
I can run all the way to Chicken Parish and back, but my daughter can't. Yeah.
And then the whole gag is that the Dolly Parton character is trying to maintain a stone face while being wildly turned on by these farts.
Wildly.
At the graveside.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And in a cemetery. And it's so crazy because then, what's her name? Clary has like, Malin, fart in Weeze's mouth. And that's the big thing. She farts in her mouth.
Now, what would we call it? Because it would have to be a title that was like a parody of Steel Magnolias, right?
Oh, right. Stool Magnolias.
Of course. Yeah.
Done.
Done. All set. Well, look forward to that Hot Dog Club.
It's going to be real shitty.
Oh, yeah. That's the tagline.
Yeah.
It's going to be real shitty.
It's going to be real shitty.
Now, what about scat porn? Did you ever do any of that?
No, I haven't.
Mm-hmm.
I just haven't.
Good for you, gal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And leave it in Berlin.
Yeah.
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 Poop happens when you're making
Well,
pornography.
sure.
Well, of course.
And like shooting, for everything. But the closest I've ever gotten was we were like almost done within everything but, which is like an extreme anal site where like I was like fisting two girls at the same time, and I like took my hand out, and like somehow like this girl got a bunch of poop on her face, but like we were almost done, and I didn't want to like, and people always get embarrassed when they get poop on them.
I can imagine why.
And we were almost done, and I didn't want to call hold or anything, so I just like took it and I put it in her eyebrow and blended
Oh my
it.
God. A shitty ombre arch.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
amazing.
Well, thinking on your feet, it's something that comes up quite a lot in your stories.
Yeah,
Well, it could have been like a poop speckle could become a new like Cindy Crawford mole.
exactly.
Oh, yeah. Ooh, look at her. She's got that.
She's different.
Mm.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah, but like going from, you know, in-person work where it's like large old men accidentally pooping on you to like hot 20-year-old girl poop. I'm like, oh yeah, cool.
Yeah. It's like
Love it.
cuter. It's
Yeah,
like a little,
it's way cute.
it's like when your dog accidentally shits on the floor or something and you're like, oh, you little rascal.
You little rascal. Yeah, but when Ed in finance does it and it's all over your satin sheets
Yeah.
because he doesn't know anything about douching before getting pegged by a fucking whatever.
What's the best lube to use that won't ruin sheets? Or how do you take care of sheets that I'm just talking about in personal play?
Yeah, we used to, in like houses they use water-based, but I just use regular stuff and work in hotels.
Yeah, because water-based is just not as good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It gets sticky and it dries up.
Well, it dries up. That's the problem.
J lube is the best.
J lube?
That's the fisting lube?
Yeah, it comes. It's like for impregnating cattle, and it comes in a powder, and you like cook it,
Oh my God.
and it's water based.
Oh, the one you get. I've had the one where it's powder. You just mix it with water.
Yeah.
And it is like scientific magic. It's like a science fair.
Okay.
Right in your
glide
hands.
right through.
You're like, whoa, what is this chemical reaction? Wow. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's great. Also, the some of the stuff gets a little bit like in the veterinary, like you said, the fisting cows and stuff.
Yeah.
When it gets into the realm of like more medical
Speculum, anal speculums.
yeah, or like medical supply company stuff or food. Like
well,
with
there's medical
Crisco.
play too, right? That's the whole thing.
Yeah, splooshing, medical play. You can
Remind me what splooshing is.
splooshing is the food.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
And so, but medical play, because we touched on that with Sherry and Sophie. How extreme does that get?
I mean, it can get real. Some players, like, I feel like there's more phlebotomist dominatrixes than you'd like to know.
Oh no, ma'am.
Yeah, so like
No
it can
blood
get
play.
really.
Or how about like emotionally draining, where you do a whole medical scene? It's like, I'm sorry, but the ultrasound is the baby's gonna die.
Yeah.
And it's like 30 minutes of discussing
Yeah.
what's going to happen and how the extractions will have to.
And I'm sorry to say, but your insurance is not covered by the hospital, so we're gonna have to transfer you to another facility. But it's a $5,000 fee.
And I'm sorry, but we have the world's leading experts at this hospital, and it's going to be very expensive. It's worse than Cedars-Sinai.
Yeah.
And well, wait, could they pay off the debt through farting or something? Maybe.
Or there is maybe a flatulence clause in the thing. We would have to go to HR right now, and they're backed up because they're having a remodel, and
So part of it is an endurance kink. It's like a 3-day sort of situation. Yeah, it's like Andy Warhol's movie Empire, which is 24 hours of the Empire State Building.
riveting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Riveting.
I got some unconsensual medical advice yesterday.
Really? Tell us.
San Francisco's had like a medical convention for the last 3 days, so I've been up to my like elbows and
You were
like,
talking about being up to your elbows before with the shit story, and now
in doctors like this week, and I've had this cough, and I've been sick, and I've been seeing doctors, but I'm like, you have access to Z-Packs, it's fine.
yeah.
And yeah, so he like this guy comes in and he asks me all these questions about whether or not he's a bad person, and it's like a big therapy session, which is my least favorite thing.
Oh, really?
And he's like asking for all of this advice, and then at the end he's like, oh, you should really quit smoking and take care of yourself. And I was like, you paid me to give you and asked for advice.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, you hired a hooker. I did not hire a doctor.
Yeah.
Fucking mind your own business, you cheating.
Speaking of which, here's the other vape if you'd like to.
I don't want to put my my filth mouth
No,
on.
don't.
Okay.
It's fine. Please, I don't have any issue with your filth mouth.
Okay.
One of the things I've never personally thought was, I guess it was maybe just something with the transition. It was always a little bit clunky with you're going to the doctor's office for a checkup and you get a boner or something.
Yeah.
It was always like, so I really needed to see them like smooth out the transition between like, this is this is a professional medical thing to like, now we're going to get freaky.
Exactly.
They kind of just like, it's like, oh.
They race through the...
And I feel
Yeah.
like they're missing... What I enjoy about doctors is the clinical touch.
Sure.
I like the touch robbed of sexuality.
Right.
Okay.
Like, I
They're
love
going
having my
in- yeah.
lymph nodes checked. Like,
Yeah,
there's
they don't
something
even do
beautiful
that.
about that.
Yeah. They just kind of like, it's like they're a bad like physical therapist trying to rub down their groin and then they just jack them off and then they're fucking and it's weird.
Yeah.
Yeah. I need a long drawn out bureaucratic setup or
You
something.
like the long con.
I do.
By the way, let me know if the battery's still working on that. Okay, good, good.
Yeah.
No,
Well,
just in case you didn't get any vapor out,
thank
just
you.
let me know, yeah.
No, because I only smoke these on the airplane. I'm not used to exhaling. I used to chew tobacco and like
Really?
spit on long haul flights.
You love nicotine.
That is nasty.
It was nasty. And so I feel like my seatmate can appreciate that like now all I'm doing is...
That's pretty badass
Cute
though,
little
because
vapor, yeah.
you do not, I mean, to all intents and purposes, you look like you're a very nice looking regular white woman.
Exactly.
You know, and then you get a fucking skull and you're spitting out. That's funny.
Yeah, it started in college during my like dark Adderall years.
Ooh,
where I
dark
like
Adderall years.
wouldn't take a break from the computer screen or the book, and I would just be like spitting into a trash can with like a thing of chew,
I love this.
That's dark.
of
Yeah.
beech nut chew. I was like,
Beach nut. Wow.
Yeah.
We can really, this is relatable content.
yeah.
What's your connection with your family like?
They're all dead.
So they,
Not you, Brian. I'm asking her.
So I have like my chosen family. So when I talked about my mother, I was talking about Sunny, who's
Okay.
who we've like filled out paperwork. Like I'm her like power of attorney.
Sure.
She's like this wonderful like woman in her late 70s who ran away from home, became a hooker, was at the Stonewall Uprising. Like
This is your
my
mentor.
like my mom. So like she and like I have replacement things.
Sure.
But like I never really connected with my family. There's like substance abuse things
Sure.
happening,
Right.
and I was always weird, and But I mean, I talked to my father and like most of my family. Some crazed fan recently emailed my entire family links to
Oh
my
my
pornography.
God.
I love that.
Yeah, but it was actually like a wonderful gift. It was completely psychotic. But like, so now everyone knows, and they haven't talked to me about it, but they were like, they talked to my sister about it, and they're like, oh, we don't care what she does for fun.
Wow.
So they don't think it's my job, because I've told them that I work for the CIA, and I do, Grandma, for listening.
Grandma, by the way, is a big listener of the show,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I'm glad we covered that.
But yeah, I never, I didn't have like the closest relationship. My sister and I are really close. That's it. And I have a wonderful chosen family.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And a great job at the CIA, which the benefits are really incredible if you
Yeah.
stay in line.
The protective service that's out in the hallway, too, they're very good. They haven't bothered us once. They've only had to use the bathroom. I mean, it was a little rough what they did in there, but still, I understand, you
Yeah.
know, they're traveling. Food doesn't always agree with you.
And they're hard. I checked.
Yeah, well, you did. You did a very thorough frisking of them.
I sure did.
Yeah, but they just go along with it, which is what I appreciate.
I want to see more. Okay, I'm sorry to keep mentioning things that
please.
No, please. That's,
TSA.
Yep, it's happened a lot.
So I just saw there was one. I think I watched too much porn, but there was one scene where this guy goes through TSA, and the funny thing, because I travel a lot, and I've been through many TSAs in airport security checkpoints, and there's just this one guy, and maybe one other guy, and he's like detained for a while because they got the wand on him and it's beeping at his ass.
Mm-hmm.
It just keeps beeping and beeping and beeping. They really draw it out, which is nice.
Yeah.
And then finally, he just pulls his pants down, and he's got a butt plug up his butt. And he takes out the butt plug, and then he starts fucking him with it. But it's like, there's nobody around. And I'm like, this is hysterical. Because it should be just like pandemonium.
Yeah.
That would be even funny. I mean, it takes a lot to hire those people.
Yeah, production value like that. But like my favorite is like TSA scene that I've ever seen was for this amazing website called 2T Girls, and it's like self-produced. These two trans girls, and their TSA thing is just a box, like
Like a kissing booth.
And I was just like, oh, it's so low budget, and
love
I
that.
love
So
it.
good. Yeah.
Cardboard dioramas.
Yeah.
So do you
exactly.
fly with sex toys? Do you have experience with that?
I have. I've
The ones that
not in my
survive.
butt, not like in my
Yeah.
butt. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah,
not
yeah,
in my
yeah.
butt.
Have you flown with a sex toy?
Yeah. I mean, yeah, and I get, but like one time I was leaving LAX, and they were like, and that's what a bag of dicks looks like.
Bam.
And then, and then I like to, I don't do it anymore, like travel with my pure wand, which is like the stainless steel thing. And this woman was like waving it all around. And she was like, what is this? What is this? And
It's
I was
for
like,
my pussy.
And I'm like, it's a sex toy. And she was like, you can't bring this on the airplane. And I was like, it's $300. You're not taking it.
Yeah.
And I was like,
Absolutely
it's a medical device.
Mary, doesn't even matter. It's a recreational device that's not going to be neither employed or.
We could smack people on the head with it.
Yeah.
I mean, what does she think the danger?
I'm not getting on that
It's a heavy
plane
piece
unless
of
I can.
Well, that's true. Yeah.
It's like it's my therapy dog. Yeah, you're gonna let a dog come on the plane, but I can't bring my little vibrator or whatever.
It's all about therapy.
Yeah.
It's all about self-soothing. Have you seen the shock rubs?
Yeah, I love the owner lady of that.
What's the shock rub?
Well, you describe it.
They're
You're
these
probably...
crystal stone.
Is this the jade egg thing?
Jade
It's
eggs
related,
and
yeah.
things.
Oh,
And the
no.
woman who runs this company is the sweetest fucking woman you've ever met. Give her all your money.
Okay.
Yeah.
So was it shockrub.com? Is that
Yeah.
Go check it out.
She's like beautiful and kind, and I love her. And we got stuck in line at AVN.
She's not affiliated with Gwyneth Paltrow, is she?
No.
Okay, good.
But she should. She deserves a little goop money.
Give her the goop.
Give her the goop. One TSA weird thing that happened is kind of unrelated. I got the full pat down. I never really get the full kind of fantasy. And I got hard. Fully hard.
Wow, yeah.
I must have been really
Back of the hand.
But it was like I guess I was just like starving for attention because the guy was not even attractive.
Yeah.
Well, the strange touch,
Yeah.
right?
Clinical
I got
touch.
There
3
you go.
fingers in there.
Nice.
Good for
okay,
you.
but so here's the thing: nobody knows who Craig is on this show.
Oh, well,
it's
please.
really like it bothers
you
me
mean
as
we
like
don't know?
it bothers me as a listener, just to be completely honest.
Okay.
because he just showed up. He showed
Okay.
up in our lives
Uh-huh.
Okay.
with this beautiful voice
Oh, boy, thank you.
and all
Okay.
of these preferences.
Uh-huh.
I mean, you are the Gwyneth Paltrow of this
Oh.
program. You're like, here's the things that I like: Salt and Straw,
Sure, yeah.
like New Beverly Theater, blah blah blah.
Sure,
Like
yeah.
here's like movies, music, tastes, preferences. But like nobody, I don't know what you are as a
wow.
listener. We
Okay.
don't know anything about your actual personality.
So do you have specific questions? I'd be happy to field any question.
What's your relationship with your family like?
It's actually pretty good.
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to going to see them on Thanksgiving, going with Sammy, and I haven't been to Massachusetts since I moved out here. And
Really?
Yeah, really.
wow.
So it's been 4 years, and they've come to visit here, and that was a lovely trip. Great relationship with my dad. I have an older brother. He's 8 years older. I've missed him quite a bit, so I'm looking forward to seeing him. And I'm trying to think of any other family-specific stuff. Was that...
Yeah.
Well,
Are
there's
you crazy?
Well,
Well, but before we get into that,
Yeah.
I just want to. I mean, there's something there's a couple of family members who are, I think, technically at large, and unaccounted for, mysterious circumstances.
well, possibly.
And it's you always think, when you talk to somebody and the story always kind of changes.
Oh, you mean when I tell you about the story?
Yeah.
Well, sure. Well, okay. Look,
Like,
if you're
it's
going
like
to try
it was
to pin
the-
me
it was
down
the
on
se-
certain
it was
things,
the-
you know
they
we're
were
going to have that issue again. You know, Brian.
Well, they were stepbrothers,
Gotcha.
and then they were half
Gotcha.
brothers, and then they were just cousins. So, you know what I think
But
is
even
happening?
that sounds vague, Craig. That's very vague, Craig. Like even that,
okay.
too, like, oh, what's my great? We're gonna go visit each other. We had meals.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sorry.
Well, it's
to,
for
like,
Thanksgiving. I mean, does that help? Does that nail it down?
We celebrate Thanksgiving.
But
What do you
keep
think-
pressing. Keep pressing.
What do you
keep
think we're
pressing.
doing? A con here? This is a long con.
You know how to get things out of people, so
Yeah.
come on.
I mean, most
Work
people
your
are
magic.
more open booky, you know. So, what's your favorite book? Oh, that's a taste and preference. I don't need to know
okay.
that. Like, what person? Like, help me out.
Oh yeah, I think the thing is that because I don't know, but I don't really know.
Give us your 2-minute life story.
Oh yeah, there's
Ooh.
your tight two.
Type
Oh, my
2.
tight two.
The
I love it.
Spencer
I
Shaw
love a
version.
tight two. Well, let's see. I don't know. I grew up and then moved out here. Is that short enough? What's the
Born in the wagon of a traveling
I think I need a
show.
little bit more. I
I
need a
think
little
what
bit
we
more.
need, like, you should do for the hot dog club, like the 37 questions to fall in love. Like, you should do it to him
Oh.
so that we can like learn something.
We could do the Vogue 69 questions with Vogue, or 73 questions with Vogue
73.
magazine.
Okay, it's not as salacious as the 69, so I'm less inclined, but
Yeah.
I'll still do it. Or maybe we can lop off 4 of them so we can have it be 69. Sammy had been talking about doing a sort of deposition to find out the true me and expose me for the hot dog clubbers. So
There you
maybe
go.
we'll work together on that. Maybe we'll put you in touch, and then you can sort of
Yeah, you can be like Mariska Hargitay.
or Cagney and Lacey.
Yeah.
Boom.
So, but I feel like there's other things you want to know. So,
Where were you born? What's shoe size? Do
I
you
mean-
you prefer wools and
Well, how did you two
we can't disclose.
Okay.
No.
We just knew each other in Boston.
Yeah,
Just
we knew each other in Boston.
When you were going to school?
No, I had a night called Videodrome Discotheque.
Oh, yeah.
I still do, and I do it out here sometimes. And then I would see him perform at his night at Jacques, and was always a massive, massive fan of his. And then I was able to hire him to perform at the night. And we can send you a clip of him doing a Madonna performance.
And then one night, we really became friends when we murdered a young child and then pissed on it. And then
Did we piss on it first?
Well, I pissed on it, and I just said, "Oh, it must be raining," and then it exploded, and
Yeah.
the rest is history.
And we laughed. Oh, we laughed.
I just love those kind of laughs.
Well, Mona, any further questions you have, I'd be happy to answer with full disclosure.
I don't know. I'm not very good at interviewing people. I don't know.
Well, you're good at getting things out of people.
It's hard for me to actually care about people, and I cared about you. Now my attention's gone.
Wow! So
now I'm not interested.
You cared about me, and then that's a passing fad. Is that makes me sad, Mona? I really kind of appreciated this attention, the interest.
But I mean, you are there's the very mysterious. So like
maybe he should go in Drag Race.
And when did you start your fascination with BDSM pornography?
Oh, sure. Okay.
Yeah. So when did that begin?
That began, my interest in porn. I remember being a little freaked out by porn when I was younger. I worked at a video store and there was the porn room. And then, you go through that whole phase of like sort of being interested in it, but then you feel like this weird guilt about masturbating to it or whatever. That left. I don't have that anymore, which may be obvious.
Just shame now.
Yeah, well,
no
just general shame, which you always try to lay on me after a taping. Wow. And I appreciate that. It keeps me connected to the past. So probably in the last 10 years, I'm sure, the internet has been a big part of that. Discovering...
Wait, there's porn on the internet?
Well, I think so. That's what I've been told. Sammy told me that, and I'm just going to go along with it.
Do some research on
that. I just still get Betamax cassettes delivered. Yeah, so I don't know how they get them, but it's fine. But they have these logo stamps on them.
Imagine having a pop of tape into the player when you want to whack off.
Well, I remember those days. I remember buying VHS tapes like that.
I don't think I did that.
Well, it's funny too if you think about like the Pleasure Chest used to sell like $90 videotapes. Remember
they were so expensive.
Yeah,
now it's all free.
I'll show you that box of mystery porn that we talked about on Sherry and Sophie's show if you like. Yeah.
$90.
$90 back in the 80s.
These huge boxes.
Yeah.
I actually never watched porn until I was in it. I
hadn't
watched it. I watched like the closest I got.
Oh, so you're a cool girl.
The closest I got was like late night Cinemax Scramble.
Sure.
Yeah. Shannon Tweed.
Really...
I can see her titties.
Yeah. Oh, actually, I had access sometimes. Playboy would do these things with their channel where it'd be like free for 3 days or whatever. So it was on, and I was an avid home taper in general.
Oh, yeah.
And so I would tape as much as I could. And actually, for a while, do you know, I sold porns to other kids in middle school.
I was just going to make a joke that you did that. Did you really do that?
I actually did that because I would sell bootleg copies of other movies. Then I was like, hey, wait a second. I got my hands on some pornos.
Wow.
Yeah, and I made some decent money doing that. Yeah.
Nice.
There's the first porn that I watched was with my couple of my dude friends, in the neighborhood, and it was one of the guy's father's VHS tapes, and we watched it. And at the end of it, it was like a 70s kind of orgy porn, men and women. And at the end, one of the women just grabbed an assault rifle and gunned down all the men.
Whoa!
I swear to God.
Well, some of the plots, it's actually amazing. Some of the 70s ones can be really intense. Yeah. There's one or two. I wish I could remember the name of it, but I bought another box of porn somewhere. I think there were like copies of stuff. There was a garage I visited about 2 months before moving. And the smartest thing you can do is buy a lot of VHS tapes before moving, right? Like boxes and boxes.
It's just so practical.
It's practical. It helps you with the move. It just sort of ties everything together. So,
it's just so great.
I went in and it was like $10 for, I thought it was like 50 tapes. And he goes, oh, how many of these do you want? And I was like, what do you mean? And he had boxes and boxes and boxes. Someone who was like a rabid home taper back in the early 80s. So it was all high grade tapes that were $10 each in 1982. I have a huge amount of original Playboy Channel material from the early 80s and all of these dubs of porns that were available at the time.
You should donate it to the Museum of Sex or something.
Oh, I would be happy to. I've transferred a lot of them, so I would like to.
What are the women's shelter downtown?
Well, they'll like it too. So maybe I'll split up the collection. Yeah. So what else? Cool. Now I'm curious. Now I want to satisfy this curiosity. If it still exists, perhaps you're over it now. Now you don't care
Aquarius,
so much.
Born on Valentine's Day.
That's right, Valentine's.
Mm-hmm.
When's your birthday?
March 14th.
Okay, so that's it. What's it, Pisces?
Pisces.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That says everything we need to know.
If we started the interview with that, we might have had a short show, which you always are going for, Brian.
15 seconds, I'm telling you.
Yeah, that's what he keeps pushing for. So, so what else? What else?
I want to ask you about, it's kind of cliche, but like relationships.
Yeah.
Like relationships with people have, with human beings. Do they have, is it easier to date like within the industry, or is it people are like, in your like kind of circles in San Francisco they're unfazed by that kind of work or whatever, but people still have a weirdness about it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't date people in the industry just because I'm really private about my life, and I don't like people getting close to my hustle. Okay, I'm like, no, keep it separate.
Sure.
And then I've never had a problem. Like I was married for the last 3 years until this year. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And so I just started dating again.
How's that?
And it's been amazing because there's nobody that like I've ever met that I can't convince that I'm doing exactly what I want.
The CIA
Like
work.
it doesn't matter what part of
being an asset for the American government, Middle East, just like
exactly.
It's not, like, it's not child.
You're helping our country. And by the way, thank you for that. We hadn't thanked you properly.
For your service.
You're welcome.
Thank you for your service.
I tell them I do anti-drone research.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Because it's a little kind of dull.
So
they're not going to ask too many questions.
Yeah.
It's like saying you do data reconciliation and analysis. There's not really many questions anyone has.
Nobody, I mean, it wasn't an issue in my marriage except for he liked it like maybe a little too much.
Oh, okay. And how would that present itself?
Just, we'd have like just nasty porn sex all the time. And like he was like obsessed with Mona. Like he was an artist and he'd draw these pictures and write these songs and like blah, and like was like really like jerking off to my porn, and I'd catch him like jerking off to my porn instead of like
must be nice.
Wait, sorry, instead of fucking?
Sometimes in lieu of. And I was like, but it didn't start off like that because when we first started dating there was like I was just doing regular non-video stuff and like transitioned while that relationship was blossoming.
Yeah.
So
that's interesting. That's a funny kind of a conundrum to have.
Yeah, it was weird. Yeah, and we worked on it in therapy. Like he was open to it. It was like, but I got hypersexualized by my husband. The new person I'm dating claimed like, so I met this person on Tinder. Or like swiped on whatever, and
on Swipey. That's
we went swiped, and then he invited me to Hong Kong. And so we had our first date in Hong Kong like 4 weeks ago or something like that. And I was like, this guy knows exactly who I am. Like you don't just invite a fucking stranger to Hong Kong.
No.
Like but he claimed up and down like he had no idea. Right? Really? No idea.
Maybe he's trying to get you into drug muling.
Exactly. Well, it turns out,
that's good. That's what you were looking for, right? You said out in the balcony that you were
want
hoping...
me to put these bags of heroin where?
Well, I was like super nervous about it, but anyway, I went because I like to go places and try things. But then I like snuck into his computer eventually, and I guess I'll hear this because we're still dating. But I snuck into his computer and like found he'd like emailed like Cherry and like Juliet March and like all my friends, and so I was like, this guy has to know who I am.
Of course.
But he still to this day
says he doesn't.
And I'm like,
whoa.
Oh man.
See, that's the problem.
And I'm like
any kind of deception or any kind of holding
there
back.
was lots of deception on this trip. 17 days, but I loved every minute of it. Everyone's like,
so there was deception during the trip.
Yeah, they were like, I'm like writing the great American novel. And I was like, and we went to like a wedding with all of his friends, right? And his friends have known him for like 15 years. And they're like, yeah, he's a writer. And I was like, I've never seen this guy read or write. Like I've been traveling with him for like days. And I was like, what's your great American novel like? And he's like, it's a mixture between Proust's In Search of Lost Time and Ulysses. And I was like, those are not great American novels. This guy is anyway, he does something else.
Does something else.
But we're still dating, and now we're engaged.
Well, congratulations.
But I don't know. I'm just, it's 4 weeks old. But I had a great time. We did the Southeast together. It was wonderful.
I would love to go to Hong Kong.
It was a dizzying, amazing dreamscape.
Sure.
I think you'd really like it.
Yeah.
And it's not one of those places that's, it's the last like place in like 8, it's where it's like socially like liberal.
Okay.
Oh, I see. Okay.
They traded, with the like occupation and capitalism, they like traded a lot for money.
Hong
And,
Kong is kind of like its own little
it
dish,
used
right?
to be, and now like China's reclaimed
Oh,
it
yeah.
in some way, but it's still its own thing on its
Okay.
own money
Yeah.
with its own system and a free and open internet and all of that stuff.
Lovely gal.
Yeah,
Wow.
Wow, deception in Hong Kong.
deception.
That's a good title for
Yeah.
something.
Yeah.
So, I mean, damn.
I don't fart.
So like,
That's yeah.
So dating, it's great. I think
Yeah.
being in sex work
It's
is
not a-
amazing
Yeah.
because it filters away people that.
Yeah, it scares,
That don't have the
scares
stomach.
off the
It ought
casual.
to,
Yeah.
You know, it,
Dummies,
like,
you mean?
yeah, and the only problem is when people like it too much and like can't see
Yeah.
the me behind it. It's like
Yeah.
I'm sure that it's the same like
I
dating
fart
in
just
your
like everybody else.
dating in your industry. You know, like
Listen, sometimes I don't feel like farting,
Yeah.
okay?
right.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Sure.
It
of
filters
course.
out the motherfuckers.
Well, because a lot of times people either like they want to wear your wig,
yeah,
or they want to get in drag. They want you to be their drag mom,
Oh, okay, yeah.
and that's like in their this bizarre sort of like fascination, but like it's the opposite. It's a lack of sexualization.
Well, and they
it's
all
desexualized.
Well, lots of people try to date you to get into the industry. That's why I don't let people touch my hustle.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Get your hands out of my coin purse. Yeah.
Well, because
Yeah.
everyone's like ex-boyfriend, blah blah blah. But like, no,
Wait,
no.
what? Like
That everyone's fucking boyfriend, and then you have to break up. Like, and then your ex-boyfriend's dicks all over your website. Like, fuck that.
Oh,
Pay people.
I see what you mean. Yeah,
Pay
yeah,
people.
yeah.
Don't let them have your fucking passwords to your website.
You know-
do your fucking shit. Keep those people away.
Wonderful advice. Don't
You know?
shit where you eat. Just fart.
Just fart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just fart. And like, yeah, don't date somebody to take their hustle.
No,
No.
that's
You know,
that's
like-
grisly.
No.
If you want a drag mom, ask for a drag mom.
Yeah, just be upfront. I think
If
the
you
thing is
want-
be upfront about it. Like
But
because
like, this is the way that I feel about sex work, and
Yeah.
I feel like the wizard or the wand chooses the wizard. If you were meant to be a drag queen, you will figure out how to be a drag queen.
That's
If
right.
you were meant to be a fucking prostitute, dominatrix, porn star, you will figure out a way to do it. It is
Yeah.
not my job.
right.
Like, if you are a magical creature, you're a magical creature. Go fucking magic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If not, don't hang on to my fucking wig and pretend you're someone, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, well, hello there. We are the Femme Dolls. I'm Cherry Torn.
And I'm Sophie Monroe, dominatrix bitches, home alone and ready to double down on making you our naughty slave.
We love to hear all of your kinky secrets. Oh, don't be shy. Come on, you can tell us anything. Are you gay?
Cause we just always like to know if a guy is gay.
It feels so good to confess, doesn't it?
Isn't everyone a little gay?
Oh, so gay.
Do you know any straight male porn stars? Any of the 10 of them?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you know a guy named Manuel Ferrara?
Yeah.
Do you know? Is he a nice
Yeah,
guy?
he's a very nice guy.
Is he? Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
I love him.
Good. You should meet him.
His
He lives
body
here.
type is fantastic. 'Cause he's
Beautiful.
not super ripped,
Uh-huh.
but he's got he has the body of, I'm going to say this in a way that doesn't sound bad.
No.
But he's got he's like a looks like he was ripped back in the day,
Mm-hmm.
and he's kind of a little bit softer around it, which is like my
But do you like the way that he fucks? Like, he
Oh,
always does this spoon, grab the face, fuck,
I
funny
don't
fuck
I
thing.
don't
And
care.
I'm just like,
okay.
ooh.
I don't care for the
Execution?
no, because I'm like, well, and I don't have I don't want that to happen to me anyways. Like, so, especially his thing is like giant. And yeah, I don't, usually the fucking part of it is the least,
Yeah.
attractive part of the thing. It's just it's just so mechanical.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, and you were asking before how I got into the BDSM stuff.
Mm-hmm,
A lot of it was any video that had a lot of the woman talking.
Yeah.
Okay, because I like
Okay.
that. That's that's a big thing for me.
Okay.
And then so that more and more of that. Like, and so for instance with the BDSM stuff, I don't like anything with a male dom at all.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
the
oof.
ones with the gift for the verbal, like yourself or Cherry or whatever.
Maybe like an all power suit female Senate filibuster.
Oh well, yeah, sure. Well,
Yeah.
look, God, tickle my fancy, right? Yeah.
48 hours of uninterrupted debate on
Yeah.
the Senate
Mm-hmm.
floor.
Again, you're getting into the immersive experience thing.
I
Yeah.
love
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Leave the suit coats at home, ladies.
I've done some, when Trump first got elected, I did a lot of Ivanka Trump porn.
Oh yeah.
Where Ivanka was actually the dominatrix and Kellyanne Conway was like her cross-dressing sissy that was like meant to be humiliated. But then I felt like weird about benefiting from the situation financially.
Don't feed
and
the
I was just
gremlins.
like,
Ugh.
it was like the problem with satire, and I gave it up.
Yeah.
Plus, Kellyanne comedy is more suited to like Tales from the Crypt horror.
Yeah. And
Yeah,
I just don't want to normalize any more of it.
Ugh.
Yeah.
That seems fair.
Yeah. But I mean, we even had to take down like a bunch of stuff. We did the Make America Gape Again at King.
Oh, okay.
So funny.
And they made us take it down once Trump got elected.
Who did? Homeland Security?
Like what of the executives at the company.
Oh,
because
wow.
we were afraid that it was just poking the beast and we were going to get busted.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
So like they won the second. Like it's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you want to get into any of the legislation stuff?
I'm not the person to talk to about it. I mean, I'm a slacktivist activist. Like
Sure.
Sesta has been a horrible thing.
Yeah.
But it's not, something. It's just a real bummer. But I'm not the person. If you want to talk to political people,
We'll call Diane. We'll call
yeah.
We can get back to
Feinstein's
farting.
office.
I mean, I'm not trying to put
I mean,
any
I'm
kind
all,
of thing on
yeah,
it.
we're just doing our best to organize and keep each other safe around that.
Yeah,
and
sure.
I think a free and open internet is something we should all be vested in. Yeah, and it's just making this stuff is harder and harder. So.
And not in the good way.
No.
No.
Are you your own production company?
I am, yeah.
Okay. And so do you do stuff for Kink and other companies, but under your own ages?
Yeah.
Yeah. How long have you had that?
Its name is Plansy, and it's been around. I incorporated 2 years ago or something like that. But I've been producing for Kink and Groovy and whoever, different queer websites for. I think I got into it pretty quickly. I moved from performer to director in like the first year.
Oh, cool.
That's great.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
What was the first directing?
The first major one was Real Fucking Girls for Groovy.
And what's the crew size like? You were talking about that before. So it's like a camera person.
Well, it depends. Yeah. Usually, I mean, for like the kink scene that we'll do this week, it will be me and one other person.
Gotcha.
But in like Spain for like Public Disgrace, I had a 7-person crew.
Sure.
Because you need lookouts and cooks and drivers and blossom, so many things.
Lookouts and cooks are really essential to everything.
And like you
know
you
this
gotta
from your
keep
CIA
people,
work. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, working at that NGO is all about.
Yeah, and I mean our budgets
Discretion.
are so small that we have to just do as much as we can
Sure.
on our own.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Real Fucking Girls, which is, maybe my favorite thing that we've ever done and that I've ever done. And yeah.
So let's get into some plugs.
Yeah.
What would you like people to go check out?
I mean, I don't know. Do I have anything? I mean, you can watch the new Public Disgrace series. So instead of horrifying people, I tried to do a more ethical spin on it, but it's a really hard website to shoot because it's public hardcore BDSM humiliation sex, like
Just
porn.
a little.
But we did our best to keep it within like the parameters and like not horrify. We like didn't shoot in front of children or anything.
Yeah,
like
that's always
this year,
awesome. Yeah. You're disappointed, I know, but
yeah. And then Real Fucking Girls, which is a wonderful trans line that I produce where trans women come up with like their own fantasies and are allowed to have sex in whatever way they would like. Yeah. And what else? I feel like I just did something. But anyway, yeah, my websites are like monowhalesxxx.com.
Yeah.
All that. But really, my favorite thing is just when people send me money.
So how can people do that?
So they had just venmo.com/monowhalesxxx.
And that's
just send me money.
MONAWALESXXX. That's
Just send me
3 X's.
money. I love that.
Just do that.
Or book me. My Mona Whales.
Book Mona Whales.
CH for the sexy in-person time.
Wait, Brian, I appreciate you getting into the song without the music, but
Her name is Mona. She's wailing out into the dead of night for your money.
give her all your money or book her or just pay her because
a reasonable
you should.
fee. Yeah.
Reasonable fee for farts for you and me.
She is the provider of unconventional services for the discerning client at an affordable price, the utmost satisfaction guaranteed.
Farts that are nice.
Flatulence you've never seen, heard, or felt before.
Public disgrace.
Shame and guilt that lasts a lifetime. No shitting, though, and no death.
Except on the dark web.
See the dark web program.
And feel free to use that little clip if you want
thank you.
to.
I will.
I'll
put that on my
That's
website.
monowheelsxxx.com. That XXX means explicit content. If
Yes.
you're under the age of 18, please go somewhere else.
Or have a parent advise, but probably not.
That is something that I
Have a
want to
parent
make, though.
jerk you off.
I really want to make a porn site for children that like informs them, but
Well,
like
should we-
informs
do you
them
wanna
about
rephrase that?
proper.
What about
Absolutely.
green porno? Have you heard
Like-
about green porno from Isabella Rossellini?
No, please do tell.
I'd rather not. But it was basically just she was in. Just look it up. It's really funny. It's sex and reproduction in the animal kingdom.
I love that.
And
Oh,
dressed
yes,
up as-
okay. I have heard
Yeah,
about that.
love that.
That's right.
Lovely gal.
Or but something that like parents and children could like educate, because the problem that we're in is like media education. Like
Right.
kids just don't know how.
I thought if I
to-
touched her, she would squirt in my mouth.
How
Yeah.
to consume this, and
Yeah.
like that's anyway,
Yeah.
that's that. And then we all kind of get sick and shamed, and then like end up hating ourselves for watching porn the wrong way. Like I don't know what
Yeah.
the right way is, but like what's right for you that doesn't make you sad inside.
Yeah.
You know?
The idea is to not be sad
Well,
afterwards.
you have
yeah.
to watch it 3 inches from the screen, and you can't touch yourself.
Yeah. And if you wear corrective lenses, take them out and then try to get right up to the screen.
Yeah. And you have to mimic the sounds of the women.
Yeah, that's right. Unless you get into that, you're really not doing porn right.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, Mona,
I'm just beside myself. It was lovely to meet you.
It was so nice to
You have
meet
so many
you.
fascinating stories that I am going to fact check, especially that one about the NGO CIA operative thing.
yeah, well, that's true. Although, we don't have the right clearance.
We don't.
Not anymore. We used to. I don't want to get into the story about why not. That's part of my Man of Mystery.
We'll have to go to the
Yeah.
old Church Slavonic tomes and
Exactly.
Yes, and if you have any further questions for me, I'll be happy to field them on upcoming
Wonderful.
episodes.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
I'll
Terrific.
make a list.
Please do. Please do. Well, thank you for joining us,
thanks
Mona.
for
Thank you
joining
for
us.
having me.
Have a
course.
lovely day, and
Keep farting.
keep farting.
Thank you. I will. I'm going to keep changing my farts.
And what was the name of that website? The party fart.
Oh yeah, eccentrica.com.
Eccentrica.com.
With an X. Yeah, it's part of the Radrotica network.
Rad Rodica Network, and that's you can see the Garbage Pail Ladies
Garbage
getting
Pail.
their
Yeah,
cool.
Yeah. What song would you like us to play out?
Oh, can we listen to Joni Mitchell's "Turn Me On"? I'm a radio.
Oh yeah,
That's
absolutely.
my favorite Los Angeles
Love Joni
song.
Mitchell.
I don't like things that other people.
I don't like that.
Oh, you like that? I don't like. I love songs about like horrible fates befalling people in Hollywood. Yeah.
I like songs about DJs who play music loud.
When that bass drops,
I feel like when I'm out and they put on that song that I love, and I just want them to turn it up as high as they can. We're having fun with my girls and this champagne or whatever.
Wilding out in the club.
Yeah, we're
bubbed.
getting like
Yeah.
all kinds of crunk. I just feel like there aren't enough songs about that.
That's what this song's about, actually.
Yeah.
Did you know that?